What is going on, fellas? The NFL draft is here. We got rumors swirling, fantasy football positions on the line, and no longer will we have to say, well, if he gets the draft capital or if he's got a good landing spot, we get to find out for real, at least on these first round guys. And it's going to be a lot of fun because I know like you have, I'm really, really sick of talking in hypotheticals. I don't want to do another Dynasty Superflex rookie mock with landing spots until the landing spots are real.
They're about to be, baby. They are about to be real. As we're starting this live stream, I mean, we're hearing rumors swirling about the second overall pick, which is already basically confirmed at this point going to be Travis Hunter. We have, obviously, will the Browns stick and pick? Will the Jaguars or Patriots get aggressive and trade up? I mean, just talk about the dynasty implications. If Travis Hunter ended up on the Jacksonville Jaguars, obviously you have Trevor Lawrence on the football, you have Brian Thomas Jr. That instantly becomes one of the best offenses in the league led by Lincoln Cohn, right? If he goes to the New England Patriots, then you're talking about Drake May's future wide receiver one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think, Cleveland's a great landing spot for him just because we want him to play wide receiver, obviously. So I would take him playing 100% wide receiver over like a better landing spot. It's because he smoked something before this. That's why. He's got to throw Visine in or wear sunglasses. Those are the only things. Should I throw the nerd glasses on for when I got nerdy in that one video for about 5 seconds? I could throw these on if need be.
Oh, fuck it,
we want to level the playing field. I'm seeing clearly. Danny's seeing weirdly.
No, I'm chilling. I only smoked half of it.
There we go. Is this a Hurricane Ditka sign? Yeah, no, this is gonna be a lot of fun, man. Finding out these landing spots gonna be a ton of fun. I also should mention too, if you guys do for whatever reason want to get a question answered, like maybe you have a relevant fantasy question that you want to talk about, we're gonna be throughout this live stream going over kind of where we're gonna rank these prospects. We haven't officially put rookies into our dynasty rankings yet on the site, but as the picks are made, we're going to have the conversations. Okay, Travis Hunter, Cleveland, let's put him in with the wide receivers. Where does he rank, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to have those conversations basically live. And if you guys have any specific questions, you want to know something, you have a rookie pick coming up, whatever, you can feel free to head on over to Flock Fantasy as we do in our regular, during the season live streams. And you can send us a message if it's urgent. Of course, we'll try and get to as many questions in the chat as we can. But if it's urgent, you want to get a question answered, you can, of course, submit that. That will be linked down below in the description. And I'll drop it in the chat right now if you guys want to ask a question over there. But for now, we will just leave it in the background and answer as many questions as we can here.
It's Nico Collins, baby. Nico Collins.
There you go. What's the surprise pick? What's the Penix?
Walter Nolan, 8th overall.
You think Walter Nolan's going 8th overall?
I have a bet on it.
Okay. Well, I would say my surprise pick that I think could happen here is
I got another one.
What's up?
I got another one after you're done.
Okay. My surprise pick is that we could see Jalen Milroe quarterback 2 off the board. That's my surprise pick.
I have a bet on it at plus 600. You want to hear what my surprise pick is?
What's that?
I threw a $5 sprinkler on it, plus 4,000. Tyler Shuck, top 10, goes 9th overall to the Saints.
Oh, dude, that's disgusting.
Dude, for $5, I had to sprinkle a little,
That's crazy. I'm by the way, as you guys know, what we like to do over here during the NFL draft is, of course, first of all, I should mention, no spoiling picks in the chat. No spoiling picks. Until you hear us react to the pick on live, don't spoil it. Even if you heard it already, just contain yourself. Hold off.
You will get put on timeout if you're spoiling picks. Spoiler alert. Even if you feel like it's 30 seconds past, 45 seconds past, we will be reacting to the pick the moment we get it. So wait for the comments until after you hear us reacting on stream.
Yes, of course. We don't need, I remember when Gibbs was drafted 12th overall, Mason came in and
Mason spoiled that.
Mason spoiled it, but there was people in the chat saying it too, going, oh my God, I can't believe, Jahmyr Gibbs would go that high or whatever. Just wait till we react to it and then we can all have fun together.
Yep.
The other thing I wanted to mention is Danny and I usually like to guess who's going to go next.
Spoiler.
Yes, that's a horrible spoiler. Danny and I usually like to go, who do you think this pick is? Oh, I think it's this player. I think it's this player. and we're gonna keep count of it. I got a little
Yeah.
tally counter app on the side here, so
go.
we're gonna keep count of it. Loser. Let's actually put some stakes on it, because spoiler alert, also, we have never put any stakes on this, and we're actually gonna hold up and we're gonna put stakes on it.
What
So
are we
Danny,
gonna do?
what is the loser buying?
Like, what do you mean?
Next time you and I in person, loser buys dinner.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lock it in.
Yeah, Flet's in on that too.
Yeah, Fletsky. We
Let's
have
go.
Fletsky in the back seat here. I don't have any idea how we're gonna throw you into this screen with this current background right now. Let me see how disgusting. Okay, you're able to speak right now, but I cannot put you on the screen here. He's wearing a Leaf jersey, which I should be wearing right now, but it is too warm in my house. For
Dude, I was gonna get an Ivan Demidov jersey, but I gotta wait until he changes his number permanently next year, because it's 93 right now, but he wants to do 91 next year.
Demidov. He wants to
Demidov.
wear 91. Okay.
Kapanen has it right now, but I'm sure in the offseason, if he says I want 91, they'll give it to him.
There you go.
Or he'll buy it off of Kapanen.
What about this one? Is this good? Oh yeah, there we go. We got a little Fletsky. Shout out to
the
Flet.
Fletske.
Repping the Leafs
Sure.
jersey. You love to see it.
Let's go.
Patriots coming up or what?
I doubt it. I
Dude,
wish.
that'd be nutty. Could you imagine Travis Hunter on your football team?
Yeah, I could imagine it if we lost to the Buffalo Bills in Week 18. That was my time to imagine it.
Hey, you wouldn't have gotten that. What did you get for Milton? You wouldn't have gotten that without that.
Fourth round pick, baby.
Fifth round pick or whatever it
Fifth
was.
round pick. Yes, sir.
Hopefully you
Woo.
draft the next George Kittle or something in the 5th round.
Yeah.
According to the media, that means they're 100% trading Dak tonight.
Yeah, well, they're just
They got
taking Dak's jobs.
They got their quarterback of the future, Joe Milton, former Michigan Wolverine.
Oh my God. Yeah, he was a Michigan Wolverine when I
Wait, was he?
graduated high school.
Yeah.
That's
2019 he was, before the COVID season. That was when Penix was on Indiana.
Oh, was it 2019? I thought it was like 2016 he was on Michigan.
No, it was 2019, because it was the year Penix was on Indiana, and then he transferred to Washington because we lost to Indiana.
Yeah. Also, Danny drinking Molson's is fucking hilarious, by the way. For those, like, I mean, I'm sure
The inside joke.
all of you guys in the chat are probably Americans. So Danny being the most Canadian human being to ever grace the face of the earth and just dummying Molson's right now is hilarious.
If Notorious was here, he'd be talking about how I got my fingers stuck in a Molson.
Yeah. I should be wearing my Marner jersey right now, but you know what? It's just simply too warm. It's like 20. Okay, you guys are Americans, so you have no idea what Celsius is, but it's like 25 degrees out today, which is like, I don't know, 80. I don't know. What is that, 80? Fahrenheit? I don't know Fahrenheit. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, Fahrenheit is just like a weird existence.
Yeah. Fahrenheit is really strange. I got a nice little IPA on deck too that I'm having after. Apparently I'm an IPA bro now.
Also, remember, boys, your stream's probably going to be like 15 seconds ahead of mine too. So wait for me to react, because I'm going to know it after you.
Okay, let's get our timing down, Danny. The draft order thing that's scrolling along the bottom right now.
Yeah.
What team does it say?
Let me see. I don't see anything right now.
Like at the bottom of the screen, that goes draft order, and it just shows like the team scrolling across.
I don't see where that is. It just says the first pick.
Oh my God, this guy's lost.
Oh, on the real screen, draft order, pick 1.
Pick 1? You're ahead of me then.
Pick 2.
Yeah, you're ahead of me, bro.
Oh, am I actually?
God, you guys are far behind. I'm on pick 6.
No way.
Why is mine on? Okay, hold on. We're gonna read.
Oh, you might be watching on stream. Pick 3.
Why is Danny's geriatric streams ahead of my stuff?
Pick 4.
Okay, hold on. Let me go here. I'm on. Okay, we're pivoting here. We are pivoting. I was watching the Leaf game originally on my side monitor, and I'm gonna have to throw the draft on my main monitor here because apparently I can't be. I don't want to be the one who's behind.
Fuck. Pick 6.
NFL draft countdown. I guess I'm watching Kuiper and so on. Rip the coverage here.
Pick 7.
Okay. The zone. You rip this up. Slide me the link. Yes, Spicy. I shall slide you the link.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Pick 8.
Okay, hold on, Danny. Wait till I get there.
I love how you're keeping us updated every pick.
I was enthused.
Mason said he'll be in and out of the stream too.
That sounds good.
Is the draft like where the Packers play? Is that like at Lambeau?
Oh, it's right
I would
smack in the
imagine
middle
so,
of the
yeah.
field, baby.
Oh, that's cool.
Or it's in front of the field, actually.
Yeah, it's like right in front, I guess. That's not what they normally do, is it?
What is Danny skitzing about?
Jeez. Okay, I'm on pick 12.
Pick 12, yeah. Cowboys.
Okay. So we're in lockstep then. I need to get the Leaf game on my side TV now. I have to watch both. It's a rule.
Yeah. Good thing the Lakers or the Habs don't play right now.
Yeah, good thing no one cheers for the Lakers.
Yo, that's not nice. Look at Spicy. Where is this guy? Oh, is he at the draft?
Are you at the draft?
Are you at? Oh, this
No,
guy's
he's
at
at
a
an
crazy
event
party.
for work.
It's called Fiesta.
Yeah, he loves it. He's having
I'm
a
at work,
great
man.
time.
Yo soy fiesta.
Yo soy fiesta.
Woohoo!
Sweet.
Electric.
You guys got bets on the draft? Oh, don't get Danny started. He's got
Oh,
about
baby.
36.
Do I? Hey, do I? Here, I'll share in a second.
Gonna be here all fucking day.
Where is he? I made a spreadsheet. That's how you know I'm legit. When do you ever see me making spreadsheets?
Facts. Danny's already starting with the half out of the frame, by the way.
Why is it showing a different screen? What the hell?
Figure it out. Well, I have
There
an
we go.
alarm going off because I'm.
So I got Kelvin Banks number 6 pick at plus 850. I got Mike Green under 17.5. Matthew Golden over 17.5.
I also took Matthew Golden over 17.5.
Yeah, it feels nice. The one I feel good about, I got a couple dart throws. Milrow pick top 10, Dart pick top 10, and Shuck pick top 10. I placed $5 on those guys.
I took Milrow to be drafted by the Rams at plus 1,000.
Ooh.
The Rams don't do top 30 visits. They only did 4 or 5 of them this year, and one of them was with Milrow.
Damn, that's kind of crazy. We got Walter Nolan, second D-line taken, and number 8th overall pick, both plus 2,500. I had Milrow going before James Pierce. This one I don't feel as great about now. Campbell going before Gray Zabel. That's Jahad Campbell, not Will, obviously.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say that's a lock.
Bears obviously drafting Ashton Genty at plus 320. Membu going fourth. Obviously, a lot of rumblings on the Campbell, and I think that's probably going to end up happening. But I placed a little 1,300 in case they went Membu. Jets getting Tyler Warren. Milrow going first round. Jahad under 18.5. I'm a little bit worried about now because the labrum, I believe it's what's going on. I
took copium picks on both Jahdae Barron and Jahad Campbell because I'm like, hey, let's take the over on both of them. That means one of them will be on the board. And if they're both gone I took the under on both of them because I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, I lose these bets. Best case scenario, they're on the board for Tampa Bay. So that was my thought process on it.
I basically just canceled my dart bet because initially I bet over 25.5 and that's 25.5 or 24.555 or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just got plus odds in both, so I kind of canceled it out. So I'm guaranteed profit there.
Can you name this spreadsheet? That's really irritating me.
Let me see. Milrow first round. I said that. Mason Graham over 5.5. I got at plus 100 at the time. I feel good about that now. That was when he was the favorite to go to Jacksonville.
Okay.
Panthers linebacker first pick. That's betting on basically Jalen Walker going there. Buccaneers linebacker first pick plus 175. Bears tight end. That was in case they couldn't trade up. I think Tyler Warren would make sense there. So I kind of did a little hedge there. Colts linebacker first pick. Steelers. You pretty much see the rest. I also got my Ashton Genty at under 9.5. So that's not bad. In 395 potential payouts again. Obviously, I can't win all of this because some of these bets cancel each other out. But yeah.
Yeah, no, not bad. I'll quickly share mine and then we can
Sounds
back to some shit. This is what I'm rolling with here. Let me zoom in.
Yeah, I mean, did you submit a team review on the site? Because if you submitted it not through like screenshots or ESPN, we could do it probably.
Yeah, I don't think it was Bailey that did it.
Okay.
If maybe I'm mistaken, but Corey's autism showing. Do I have autism? Is that a confirmed fact?
I fear it may be. No.
Yeah. So these are the ones I'm rolling with. I had Bears draft Ash and Genty as well. It was plus 300 when I took it. It is currently minus 175 and probably higher odds even potentially now. This one was Genty going 4, or maybe the Patriots trading out. I thought was an interesting wrinkle here, because if the Patriots were to trade out, maybe someone's coming up for Genty. And then this one I think is the way more likely one of happening, which is that Genty just goes 5. Either the Bears trade up or the Jaguars take him straight. And this I got at plus 400. It is currently minus 205 to be the exact top 5 order. Wow. So that one was like really good closing odds. All these like colors just mean like the green means the odds are in my favor now. The yellow about the same. The orange slightly not in my favor. And the red means that I'm probably screwed on those bets. So yeah, those are the ones I'm rolling with. Not going to go every single one. I got Ted McMillan drafted by Dallas, Danny, which I thought was interesting. I think this one odds may have shifted. I thought it was like 400 last time I saw it. So I might have to turn that one down.
Wow. So it went down probably with the Jaguars rumors.
The Panthers are actually favored to draft McMillan right now. Last I saw, at least. I don't know if they still are.
They're going defense 100%.
Yeah.
They're going defense 100%.
Them taking McMillan would be kind of wild, to be honest. But yeah, let me rip this back onto the back seat here. And yeah, I'm dude. So in terms of Devy players, I don't know if there's a bigger swing that could happen to me tonight than where Travis goes. Because I have him in our Devy Degeneracy League, which I won last year, despite drafting Travis Hunter in the 6th round of our Devy startup. If he goes to a team that's going to play him at corner, that's like a potential elite asset that I'm losing.
Yeah, no, that would suck for you. In that league, I just traded Saquon Barkley for Luther Burden and I believe the Devy 110, I think. So don't feel too bad there.
There you go. What else do we got here? Watch the Titans take Genty. That would be so funny. Got to take the generational talent. I will say, remember when Tennessee like had the quote like really early on in the process, and they're like, "We won't pass on a gold jacket guy," or whatever the hell they said.
They must think Cam Ward is.
Imagine if they just took Hunter and the whole time like it was not going to be he was not going to be available for anyone. And
that'd be a big
the reason Myles Garrett was like, "Oh, I know what the plan is," like because he knew Cam Ward would be there the whole time or something like that. That would be kind of wild.
Maybe he said that because he loves Travis Hunter.
He could have. Yeah, he might have said that. Yeah. No, this is going to be a pretty insane draft, man. I'm not going to lie. This draft cycle was really strange. Like, I don't really know how we got to this point with a lot of these selections. Like, usually I think there's consensus like far more in advance on like who the top 5 players are, who the top 3 to 5 players are. Like, other than Abdul Carter and Hunter and Genty, a lot has changed. Like, I thought there was a while that we thought Mason Graham was going to go in the top 5. We saw him mock to New England at times, definitely to Jacksonville. And like Membu was up there at certain points in time as the Patriots pick. We at first saw like McMillan up there. It's kind of changed. And then like people just kind of decided, I guess it's just going to be Will Campbell at 4. I don't know when. Do you like Flood as a Pats fan? Have you seen when that tide turned on? It was just going to be Campbell.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago. I just think their whole like front office just fell in love with him.
Okay, again, that makes sense. I just don't like. I don't know. I don't know why that didn't happen like weeks ago. I guess maybe they just decided on it.
Well, not only that,
about Will Campbell.
Yeah,
I feel like as it like the closer it became to the draft, I think the more certain that Carter would be off the board by then.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because there was a point in time where people thought, Giants might take a quarterback, Browns might take a quarterback, and then Carter would be on the board.
Yeah.
I agree, Dylan. I think that the late round 1 area, we're going to see some reaches. We're going to be like, that guy went the first round. Like we're gonna see some guys that we just did not think there was. We're gonna.
Who do you think is gonna be the craziest reach?
And
which team do you think?
So I think if we're talking offensive player, just for fun sake, I think there'll probably be some defensive reaches that we're like, or offensive line reaches potentially. I think the craziest reach we could see is Kyle Williams going in the first round.
Tyler Shuck, 9th to the Saints.
No, not a chance.
I'll eat my own pants live on screen.
You heard it here first.
We're holding you to that.
Tyler Shuck, 9th to the Saints. Book it.
Someone asked what we were drinking. I can't remember what it was, but Danny's got some Molson's with the lads, of course, because he's as Canadian as maple syrup and poutine. I'm coming to realize, I don't know if anybody in the chat here watches Top Chef, but the most recent season is in Toronto, and they're like, all right, because usually wherever they are, they do like food challenges that relate to that specific area. And first challenge was maple syrup stuff. Second challenge, poutine stuff. And it feels like they ran out of cuisine in Canada pretty quickly. And I'm like, is that all we got? Is that all we're bringing to the table is poutine and fucking maple syrup?
Fuck.
After that, they're like, Toronto's a really multicultural area. So we're going to start, you're going to get this country to cook, and then you're going to get that. I'm like, so we ran out of stuff so fast that we're now like, Filipino dishes are from Toronto. And it's like, no, they're from the Philippines, but that's fine.
That's close.
Titans officially on the clock here, fellas. No fish for Canada. Yeah, I mean, Atlantic Canada, we got some good fish out there for sure, but nothing's like a staple dish here, realistically, other than poutine and maple syrup and what we're known for or whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Mason's not a fan.
Mason, come on now.
That's crazy.
Mason, you're telling me you get 2 meals every sit down and you don't get poutine with one of them?
Poutine's gas, man. I like anybody who... And
So-
like I'm talking classic poutine too, not like this crazy. Like I love me a good buffalo chicken or a good pulled pork.
Buffalo
poutine,
chicken can slap, man.
but you gotta get a classic every once in a while.
That's what makes it so elite, right? Like it can easily be a side dish, could easily be a main. Like
You will pass away after eating a full one, though.
Sometimes you got to roll up the sleeves and tackle a traditional.
You're out for at least 3 hours after you eat.
It's borderline drunk food.
It's like the picture of food got Unk or whatever. Unk hasn't moved for 3 hours, and it's just that old black guy that's like leaning on the chair. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking.
That was like when you drafted Micah Parsons.
Yo, dude, I was fucking shabaked. Holy camole. Let me see if I can find the picture. Holy shit.
Canadian bacon. I mean, did we invent that though? Like, I think we just adopted ham as P-meal bacon.
Yeah, just call it something different.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably like some preparation of it that's unique to Canada, but like, I don't know. I go to the US and eat ham. Rolling some rum and colas tonight. Over under is 5 glasses. Ooh, that's going to be in, you're going to not be batting an eye by like pick 19.
Here. What the heck? It keeps looking up to the wrong one. It's because you have your shared, yeah. Here. Unk is full, been something like this for 45 minutes. This is you after a poutine, eh?
Yeah, literally.
Went through all that effort for 2 seconds.
Dude, the Leafs can't stay to the box right now.
Yeah, dude, I can't. Okay, I need to Chromecast this to my other screen here. It's hard to multitask. Of course, like without fail, every year there has to be a Leafs playoff game on during the draft every single year.
3rd year in a row where the draft and a Leafs game has been on the same day.
Yeah. I mean, at least I'll be distracted only until about pick 15 or something like that. And also tomorrow there's no game on, which if I was going to pick one day of the draft to have a Leaf game, I would say it would probably be the first day.
Yeah, Ottawa just scored.
The Ottawa just scored?
Hey.
Yeah.
Damn. What's the score? 1-0?
Yeah.
You must be ahead of them.
So,
come on.
What do you think about Jimmy Butler injured, Thompson dirty? I don't think Thompson was dirty. It was kind of a bang play. It is unfortunate, obviously, the way he fell, but I don't think he intended to take out Jimmy Butler. It's just unfortunate because you get your legs taken out from under you. Your pelvis is the first thing that hits the court, and that could be very serious, very dangerous. Hopefully, he gets a realignment and he's back and better. So, pretty scary. I'm not sure if you saw the Jimmy Butler fall.
I didn't. No, I had some stuff on for the NBA picks on the TikTok, and I just noticed that Curry didn't get there, and the Rockets kind of had a nice performance last night. So,
wow, wait, my friend Corey tweeted out.
You need to get off Twitter. Also, that's another rule.
Oh right.
Oh yeah.
All right,
He tweeted a rumor. He tweeted a rumor. Apparently,
Danny,
rumor.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Cam Ward's the pick.
Yeah, same. Can I say the rumor that he said? It's not confirmed.
Sure.
Apparently, the Browns traded 2 to the Jaguars for 5, and they're expected to take Mason Graham at 5. The Browns.
That's what's happened, or that's what he's.
That's the rumor he said. I don't know, like that he said that's what it is, but like it's just a rumor. There's no confirmation.
Anytime you can pass on a generational player like Travis Hunter for an undersized 3 technique, you got to do it.
I mean, we're about to find out soon.
Cam Ward's my official guess. I threw Flett in the in here as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, really tough one.
Dude, did you guys see what happened when he was streaming on Twitch?
Yeah, Calvin Ridley,
Tony
the best
Pollard,
wide receiver in the league. Treylon Burks, of course,
wide receiver. So funny.
That's a pretty hot take, Dylan. I don't know. It's a pretty hot take.
Pretty hot take. Also, I'm gonna add a category for guests. So if Mason or whoever else comes in here and wants to make a few predictions, we'll collect we'll collect all the guest picks here and see how accurate they are.
Sounds Gucci.
Wait, it's official now, I think.
What, the Browns?
Yeah.
The trade.
Yeah.
What, it actually happened?
104 200 for 536. Oh my God, they got a 26 first round pick.
Oh my God, the Jaguars are second pick now.
Yeah.
So they're getting Travis Hunter.
They traded a 26 1 and 36 for it.
Yeah, and 5.
How?
And 5, yeah.
And they're taking Travis Hunter. And well, my buddy got the trade right, so that means that the Browns are probably leaning Mason Graham at 5. Or Mason Graham at 5.
Are they going to take Genty?
For the record, thank
Could
God.
the Browns take Genty?
No, apparently it's Mason Graham.
No.
But the Browns could take Genty, though. What if Genty could be on the board? They could use a running back.
That's insane.
It's kind of I think it makes sense for Cleveland because if you think about it, you have the extra ammunition in the second round if you want to take a quarterback. And if you want a quarterback next year, you now have an extra one to do it. And Liam Cohen's kind of a jackass if he thinks Jacksonville's going to be good next year. So
it's a haul.
But Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, dog. Oh, yeah. He might be playing corner, though.
Trevor Lawrence stonks.
Yeah, that's really not
okay.
good.
Yeah, wait, listen to me. You don't make that trade unless he's a wide receiver.
I don't know.
You're telling me that front office, young guys, analytically driven, they would trade up for the position that could make $40 million per year at the top of it.
Yeah, they could. I don't know. Okay, so anyways, Cam Ward did go with the first pick. Not spoiler alert. It's been in for a while. But we're going to go through, as we do every year, like we did last year, we're going to go through strengths and weaknesses of the player, talk about the fit. Obviously, we've known this one for a while, but Cam Ward, me and Danny recorded an all-22 breakdown marathon today. Cam Ward being one of them. The creativity, the arm talent, pocket kind of calmness that he has there, the accuracy, size, and mobility. Missed some layup throws. Decision-making was a little bit of an issue. Did have a bit of a hero ball trait to him. But as you can see at the fantasy outlook there, he is an intriguing project for an NFL franchise desperately looking for someone to galvanize the team. And Tennessee is looking for a quarterback to galvanize their franchise. So I do think this is a really, really good fit for them. They definitely need some receiving talent. Offensive line still work in progress. They got some young players up there. Decent run game, all that kind of stuff. But Cam Ward, Tennessee Titan. We've all expected it to be the case. That's one on the board for all of us. Should be fun.
And a guy that we both obviously compared to Jordan Love. Let's do it rapid fire right now. We have our dynasty rankings in front of us. Cameron Ward over on flockfantasy.com. If you guys are not already on there, promo code FSC will get you 30% off plus a 7-day free trial. Where does he rank? Like, I'm thinking right off the bat, right around where Bo Nix is.
Yeah, I might have to pop you in the back seat here, Flet, because I just saw Mason pop in, and this is a good conversation, dynasty rankings-wise, to have with him. Mason, give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready to be brought in. If you're not ready yet, I won't bring you in yet.
The suit is ready.
I would say Cam Ward, in terms of where he's going to rank for me, I had him, I think, right ahead of Bryce Young, just behind Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, those type of guys. I think I would take the reroll on Cam Ward over Trevor Lawrence at this point in time. I mean, again, here's the thing, though. Trevor Lawrence is about to get Travis Hunter.
That's a good point, too. I mean, honestly, I think we can raise both of them into the Bo Nix, CJ Stroud tier. I would raise both Trevor Lawrence and Cameron Ward.
CJ Stroud that low?
I have CJ Stroud under Kyler Murray, Jordan Love, and Justin Herbert, which would be right above him.
Okay, I have CJ Stroud at 10 still. So I still have him pretty high, relatively.
So you have him over like Jordan Love, maybe, right?
Yeah. I have him ahead of Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy.
Yeah. So I would have him 12. I would have the tier as Stroud, Nix, Lawrence, and now Cam Ward. And then the tier after that would be the Prescott, Mayfield, and Purdy. But, I mean, it's an ideal landing spot. They obviously also signed Tyler Lockett potentially to help at wide receiver. And maybe, who knows, at 34 overall, do they lean maybe a Luther Burden and a Emeka Egbuka? I think he has the framework for this to be a successful offense.
Okay, we already knew what was happening with Ward. What I need from y'all real quick. Y'all sold me on Hunter is a wide receiver because the Browns GM said he was.
Yep.
He ain't with the Browns anymore. So is he still 102? How far?
Can I make the counterpoint to that? Do they give up 5, 36, and a future 1 if they aren't predominantly looking at him at a more valuable position?
I think the answer is that they play him both ways full time.
I think so too. I think, but like if you had to say one or the other, he played 100% of the snaps, I would still lean wide receiver.
The Jags are also the Jags. I don't think you can give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, like
new ownership
as crazy as it sounds, I actually almost would have preferred Cleveland in a battle of the dumpster fire franchises here with Cleveland versus Jacksonville. I think Cleveland would have had an easier pick in terms of what they were looking for. Now I think Jacksonville is going to be tempted to probably lean wide receiver. Like I think Dylan makes a good point because of Liam Cohn, but they also need DBs more than they need wide receivers, in my opinion.
Potentially, but again, I don't think you make this aggressive a move for a cornerback at 2 overall. I really don't.
Second thing is, so here's my plan content-wise tonight. I'm just recording like TikToks to try to get like instant things. So I'm gonna kind of be in and out if that's okay with y'all. If y'all
that's
perfectly not have me interrupting and blah blah blah. But anyway, since I'm trying to, I know y'all don't want any spoilers in the live stream, but would y'all have any Twitter accounts for me to look at that gets like the instant like, hey, this is out.
Ari and Schefter and Underdog probably the best ones.
They are the most quick with it.
Yeah, Ari, Schefter, and Underdog, I would say, and Rappaport too.
Yeah, I mean, should I already write into the media assets the scroller? And I keep unmuted.
What are you talking about?
Here.
Also, I'm assuming all of our guesses are Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I mean, what if this is for Abdul Carter?
I would be shocked.
Okay, yeah. What's hilarious is Hunter was like minus 1,000 to go number 2. So I already recorded and my editor already made a Browns Travis Hunter TikTok. No. So now I got to go ahead and get him a new little clip. But I'm gonna bounce out, dude. So do you again? I completely understand if it's annoying me hopping in and out throughout the night. So
okay, dude, hop in all you want.
And also, Danny, real quick, why are you wet, my guy?
I took a shower and I got flowing hair, brother.
It looks like you just got out of you're like in a sauna or just got out of the pool.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. So that picture I sent you, 42%, 42%.
I don't know what any of the percentages. I have no idea, but that's hilarious.
It's infused. It's quite high.
Okay, well, hope you have a good night. I'll see you in a second.
You too. I'll see you in a second. Let's bring back the flat ski.
All right. I just locked us all in for a Hunter guess, just assuming that was the case. Is Eric Armstead on the Jags?
Didn't even realize that.
That's who that is, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
That's a recognizable neck.
Yeah, he's a bit of a unit.
Hey, that's an unforgettable big neck. Holy fuck, I can't speak.
Yeah.
So question: Where
Go
does
ahead.
Travis Hunter rank in your dynasty wide receiver rankings?
I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with him now.
You want to ask me where he is?
I mean, are you going to factor in at all that it could be an issue?
I'll tell you where he is. He's a tentative 9.
Okay. I'll slot him in here. Like, let's wait till
He's
actually
smack
comes in
between
officially.
Monra and Drake London for me right now.
I can't take him that high, man. Not without knowing for sure what he's going to do.
Fair enough.
I think gun to my head, I'm going to throw him one spot ahead of Jackson Smith and Jigba at 13 for now.
Too
now.
low. That's
Yeah, probably.
weird.
But for now, that's where he's going to sit.
Oh, dude. Fucking roll offense. Holy.
This is going to be fun, man. There it is. Yeah, they announced him as wide receiver defensive back like he wanted as well.
Wow. I mean, you got the player card here. Let's rip him up.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this. It's gonna be a very highly discussed topic on that is Trey Harris, sir. You are already throwing. Travis Hunter is a Jacksonville Jaguar. I don't think anybody thought this was possible as of a couple weeks ago when the Jags weren't getting him slide to him. But you know what? You fall in love with a player, and I get why. Body control, ability in space, football IQ, elite hands, separation ability. Obviously, as you can see in the weaknesses there, is he a wide receiver primarily? Is he a cornerback primarily? What kind of route tree does he develop if he is playing mostly on the secondary? He has a leaner frame, a little bit of play strength issues. Going to be a fascinating topic of discussion in rookie drafts. I cannot, with 100% confidence, tell you right now that he will stay my 102. I can't say that.
I can.
Danny is delusional right now, in my opinion. I think you have to adjust to new information. And to be honest with you, even if he had gone to Cleveland, we would still have that flittering hope at the end. Like, we'll see what they say after post-game press conference or post-draft press conferences, all that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll get some confirmation. He's going to play primarily wide receiver. He's going to X, Y, and Z. We'll see what happens. Obviously, from a talent standpoint, 102 all day. But we'll see what happens.
He's too talented. Like, point blank simple. I understand if you want to take Ashton Genty over him. He is the best player in this class. He is the one I feel most confident in wearing a gold jacket someday. And you don't make this type of aggressive deal unless you're primarily doing it for the more valuable position. We see Jamar Chase sign a $40 million per year contract. I think it is inevitable that, for the most part, he could play 100% both ways. But I do think if there was one way he would play 100% in, and you couldn't guarantee it one way or the other, I would guarantee it for wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but we'll see. We'll see what the word is out of camp, and hopefully we get a lot of confirmation from the team, from him, what the plan is. What is the plan here? Would be nice to know. Also, shout out Johnny T or Matthew Nice, whoever got credit for that goal.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would still take Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I think I'd still take Hunter.
So his floor for you would be what, 103, Corey? Like, what would have to happen for him not to be your 102?
Probably something to do with McMillan or Hampton, most likely. I think the floor is 104, personally.
Okay. The Giants pick is in. We all got Carter, yeah?
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, I'll take Abdul as well. Part-time defensive playmaker makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, nothing about this makes sense. Let's be perfectly clear about this. Nothing about this situation makes sense.
As a player, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Concrete Charlie was the last two-way player in the NFL. Chuck Bednarik. My father was barely born when he was drafted. Like, we're talking very, very old school type of players playing two ways. Genty to Bears or Raiders now for sure. Dude, I don't know, man. I think Genty might go to Cleveland. Dead ass. I think Cleveland might take him.
I told you who they're taking.
You said Mason Graham, man.
They take an offensive lineman, to be honest. So we all might be on different boats there.
So can the Patriots take Genty? So my random bet works out. Yeah, because I fear that some of these bets might be fried based on that trade. I cannot believe they gave up that much, though. That's an insane haul that they gave up. Like, okay, what is the trade here? The trade. Official details. So I'm trying to find this exactly because I just need to see it with my own eyes. 5th overall pick. 36th overall pick, 126. So they got a 1, a high 2, a 4th, and a 26-1 for the second pick in the draft. A slight move up in the 4th, and then a 6.
I know this is way too early to call, but like, where do you think Jacksonville finishes next season? Like, how likely is that first round pick like a good pick again?
Probably middle of the pack.
Mason's the captain of the Trevor Lawrence is not even good fan club. So I don't know. What do you think? Where does that pick end up that they gave up in the 26th draft?
Do y'all think the Jags make the playoffs?
They'll be right on the cusp.
Yeah,
they'll be either the 7th seed or they'll be like
they'll probably be 15 to 25 somewhere. That pick, ideally.
I would say probably between 7 and 10 wins is their range for me.
Yeah, I would maybe be. I think there's a wider range of outcomes in my mind. I would go like 6 to 10 wins. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you all. I think they're probably middle of the road.
You think the Giants move Kayvon Thibodeau plus their second round pick to get in the first and go get Jackson Dart?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that would be appealing to. I'm trying to think of a team. I mean, Tampa would be appealing to. It's just a selfish name off the top of my head. I think it would potentially be appealing to like a Green Bay or like a Detroit or a Washington, some team that could definitely use some defensive line help. Let me ask you this question here because I think this is an interesting conversation. Do the Browns think that their quarterback is in the 26 class?
They just got an extra pick to be able to go and get him.
Yeah, is that what they're thinking? Like, are they going to just roll like DGAF Joe Flacco this year?
What I'm thinking that they're thinking is Mason Graham is an elite player. He would give me an instant impact player next to Myles Garrett.
So convinced they're
going to take Mason Graham at 5th.
It's Mason Graham, I'm telling you.
Random
it's 100% Mason Graham, I'm telling you. Trust me, I tried to go bet it on the market. 5th overall is not even available to bet on right now.
Yeah, you sick fuck.
It's Mason Graham.
Yeah, again, I get it. Here's one thing that actually I just took away from this whole situation. Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby are chill now, right?
Probably, yeah.
They're not going to take Genty, and they don't have a 2.
Yeah.
They don't have a 2 anymore, and they're not going to take Genty. So probably good news if you held strong on Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby.
That's a good point. They could get Dylan Sampson, though.
Did your Twitter source tell you that too? I'm hearing that Dylan Sampson will be the pick at 104.
I also died laughing. I was watching your guys' video today, and Danny was so convinced that Kyle Williams is the Patriots pick in the second round. He's like, he reads one thing and he's just so convinced.
Dude. That would be a Patriots pick, though. You can't lie.
Talented receiver is probably not likely. They'll probably draft Torrey Horton at like 35. Like, I think Torrey Horton's fine, but like, come on now.
We're all guessing Will Campbell, right?
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Campbell definitely a possibility here.
They'll draft Dante Thornton.
Can we get a trade up situation so someone comes up and gets Genty so that really long shot top 5 exact order one that I made hits? Because all that would need to happen is that Genty goes 4 and Campbell goes 5. So
yeah, the New York Jets trade up to get Ashton
Genty. There's no way the Browns trade down.
The Browns. The Patriots would be trading down in this situation.
The New York Jets trade number 7 overall and Breece Hall for number 5.
kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Could you imagine that?
Brees Hall historically fries the Jets or the Browns. He fries the Jets too as a human, but the Browns he cooks them. Remember the Best Ball Mania final when him and Jerome Ford were like the skeleton key you needed on Thursday night 2 years ago?
Thursday Night Football, man. Fuck.
My team that barely missed the final had Jerome Ford and Brees Hall on it, and you guys heard about it for about 2 weeks after.
I had Amari Cooper. He got me to the final with a fucking insane semifinal game and then didn't even play in the final. The ultimate Amari Cooper cuck.
Yeah. Mason, I'm sure, is getting geared up to draft 46 BBMs starting on Monday or whenever it opens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, content is about to be freaking insane. And I'm spazzing too because they just dropped the mock drafts on the site. And for the TikToks, I'm trying to like get my players ranked on the Create Rankings page so I can have like screenshots. They just dropped like best ball rankings on the site. Right. So I'm over here spazzing, and over the next 3 days, it's going to be absolute nonstop.
By the way, Mason, we were talking about it with each other, but where do you rank Ashton Denty? Where do you rank Travis Hunter right now at wide receiver dynasty?
So I actually can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Because I was literally this is perfect because I was just about to update this. I already put my rookies into the startup ranks.
Yeah, I just we're adding them as it happens right now.
Yeah,
I had them at 17.
Ooh, gotta bump that up, sir.
Let me confirm.
Like, you can't be telling me you take Garrett Wilson with a straight face over him. Like, I'm sorry,
you can't be.
I have them ranked back to back.
Like, nope. Everyone knows I love Garrett Wilson.
You're a big Mason. You're a big Garrett Wilson fan.
To me, I think the conversation starts with like JSN, T. Higgins, guys like that.
Yeah. Here, can you see my screen?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yep.
This is how I have it now.
Yeah, no, I can't do many of those guys.
I mean, I don't have Tet in my rankings yet, so he would push Hunter down to 15 if I were to say I would take McMillan over him. We'll see where McMillan goes.
You're not gonna like where I have him, Mason.
Is this some Drake May 102 BS?
Yeah, it is.
It's not BS. It's trusting the second best wide receiver prospect I've ever watched.
But the thing is, I agree with you. If he was the wide receiver prospect, hell, throw him at.
He's number 9 for me.
Throw him at 9. Yeah. But if he plays, then that's exactly where I'd put him. If you told me he was just a wide receiver, I wouldn't even put him in the tier with London and Ladd. I'd put him in the tier with St. Brown and Collins.
That's where I have him right now.
And I'd put him at the bottom.
Would you not bat an eye?
I wouldn't bat an eye.
There you go.
But the issue is I have to bat an eye because we don't know. The thing is, even if he plays 3/4 of the snaps on defense, and if he's only in 3 wide receiver sets in offense, he can still be a phenomenal NFL player. But what is he, a wide receiver 3 in fantasy?
I don't
Danny's
think
gonna be like, he's the best player I've ever seen. I don't care. He plays 30% of the snaps. Wide receiver 6 in Dynasty.
I just think of it. Imagine the ceiling that we saw at times from Jaden Reed, except from a much superior player and a better situation.
Jaden Reed, notable wide receiver.
That is not.
No. I'm just saying the ceiling.
Going with.
I'm just talking about the ceiling outcomes. And that's also the worst case scenario.
I'm looking for the wide receiver 29. That's a wide receiver 3.
No. Look at the spike weeks. I'm talking about specifically the spike weeks.
I don't know, man. I'm hesitant to just throw him all the way up. Like, if I had gone to my head, take him in a rookie draft right now, it's probably the conversation probably starts at 104, 105, I would say. Yeah, for me.
And for what it's worth, I'm talking about that as a worst case scenario snap share. I also think he's just going to play more snaps than that.
For me, I have him like compared to the other rookies because the rookie rankings are separate. But yeah, I have him at 104. I would, in my opinion, Hampton, and I think y'all are crazy at this point not to have Hampton locked and loaded 102. He's big, catches the ball, and he's a lock to be a first-round pick.
He'll probably be 102 or 103 for me once the draft. Like, I like to rank the players not with the projection of what's going to happen, but like what I thought of them as players. And then once the draft comes, then Judkins, who is currently my RB2, will probably slide to RB3 or 4, depending on what Hampton and Henderson do in the draft. It's more of just like a talent evaluation. Why I do it.
Hampton's a stud. He'd be my 103. Can't rank
You'd still take him. You'd still take Hunter over Hampton.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're nuts, dude.
I would have Travis Hunter as my wide receiver 9 in Dynasty.
Yeah, I think I think about 104, 105 is where I would land on him at the, like, with absolutely no information right now. We get some
Obviously,
information here in the next
for what it's
calendar
worth,
week or 24 hours even. I'll
play-
change my opinion on that.
Play your
let's
league
say,
market.
Danny, hypothetically,
Okay.
Liam Cohn or James Gladstone, whoever, comes out and says, "We love what Hunter's able to do. We're gonna find a spot for him. When you have a player like this, you just got to blah blah blah, and you got to get him on the field." They're not specific at all. That's the information we get. That's all we get.
Perfectly fine. I don't think they make this move unless they play him at the more valuable position, A. And B, yeah, sure. If you're in a league market where you can trade down to 104, trade down to 105 and still get Travis Hunter, do your due diligence. If I have to take him at 102, I am willing to take him at 102. Yes.
Yeah, I think there's a world. I think there's a world where I push him down to 5 or 6 because I think Henderson at this point is like minus 200 to be around 1 pick, and he catches the ball too.
Oh, did he rise?
Yeah, he's
I got him at plus
but
150.
Let me ask you this question, Danny. Henderson's the 20th pick in the draft of the Denver Broncos. You taking Henderson? You taking Hunter?
Travis Hunter, second overall pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's going to be a predominant wide receiver.
Okay.
He'd be in a tier with Ashton Genty for me, for what it's worth.
I know that. I'm not saying we know he's good, Danny. We're aware. You got to remember that he might play like 60% of the snaps. If the Jaguars, who need a cornerback just as much as they need a wide receiver, play.
There's a risk. If I think this guy has a Justin Jefferson, Odell Beckham Jr. level ceiling, I'm willing to take that risk.
So if you were told he's playing 85% of offensive snaps, would you rather have him? Like, who do you think's wide receiver 1 between him and Brian Thomas?
I would.
BTJ is a conversation that we got to maybe have here too.
I honestly, I honestly think it would be a big time consolidation of the offense. I think legitimately, it would not even be T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. It would be the most consolidated offenses we've seen in the modern NFL. That's how I view it.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, in terms of adjustment, if you want to rank Brian Thomas below Neighbors and Nakua, I think 6 is a proper adjustment.
Corey, I'm sorry. Do you mind pulling my screen up one more time?
Yep.
Which I already had. I had Thomas at 6 in the same tier with Lamb, Neighbors.
I would take St. Brown over Brian Thomas at this point in time.
Yeah, I was going to say, am I justified to drop him a tier and put him next to St. Brown? Nico?
I still wouldn't. I think you're justified, but
to be honest with you, dude, Trevor Lawrence better be a top 10 quarterback in your dynasty rankings if you're saying that.
I think it's going to be a very consolidated
situation. You cannot rank Hunter and Thomas that high and not have Lawrence at least.
I think it's going to be a very consolidated situation, and I already moved Trevor Lawrence into my top 15.
It's not high enough if you think these two guys are both top 10 dynasty.
Why isn't it high enough? If they're gonna
absorb the football to these,
if they're gonna absorb 80% of the passing production, that is more than enough reason.
Yeah.
Who are target earners on that team outside of those 2 wide receivers? Brenton Strange, your favorite?
You're a Brenton Strange guy. I'm not
your favorite player. Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne when he's traded for a 6th on day 3.
I don't know. My thought process is, if you think Hunter's this good, you should probably be a little bit lower than you are on Brian Thomas at this point in time. That would be my thought. And I'm literally arguing, for what it's worth, the difference between having him over St. Brown and not having him over St. Brown.
He went from
he's 7 for me. No.
He went from number 4 to number 6 in my rankings. So I did drop him.
Fair enough.
Should we get the Browns pick in?
Yeah, we should get the Browns pick in, and I'm saying they're going to take Genty.
Mason Graham.
And he's going to roll with Mason Graham because some random guy on Twitter told him that.
I'm going to take
could be correct.
A guy who covers the Browns, by the way.
I'm going to take Membu.
Mason, you want to get a pick?
I already saw it. I'm not allowed to say.
Oh, okay.
Is none of us right?
Is any one of us right?
Let's just say if it was Genty, I'd be dropping to record a TikTok right now.
Told you it was Mason Graham.
That's an official spoil.
Myles Garrett specifically asked for Mason Graham.
Honestly, great. I think it's a good move by the Browns.
Yeah.
You move back, still get a great player, and pick up the additional future first when you're not
elite, and that makes that defensive line insane.
Yeah. Frankly, I think Genty's just a better player.
Mason,
I know it's a running back, but like he's just sick. He's a sick
Mason,
player.
You've seen it. Have you guys seen it yet? I haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I know Mason's the only one that's seen it. So one of us is right.
Yeah, it's probably Danny, I would imagine.
So is the live coverage that far behind? Because the tweet I'm looking at is from 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter's not allowed. You missed the rules.
Yeah.
No, I know that Twitter's not allowed. I was just
I
interested.
mean, you're
to
trying to
know
get
how
ahead
far
of
back
it
the
so
live
that you can
coverage is.
record
Yeah.
TikToks and have live reactions. So I get why you need to be ahead.
Yeah, Mason doesn't care about the entertainment portion of the draft. He just needs the information.
Yeah.
Mason's like a no-nonsense negotiator. Hey, get me the info and get lost.
Yeah. Sneaky win for Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku also.
Big time.
Probably still address the wide receiver position at some point, I would imagine. But
How old is Flacco? Do I have to? I guess I have to put Flacco in my dynasty rankings. I don't even have him
he's
in.
in mine. He's
Let's
been
see,
in mine.
40?
In your rankings or his age?
Age.
Both. I'm
would.
putting him ahead of Winston. I'm putting him at 36.
Yeah, I'd rather have him than Russell Wilson, dead ass.
Yeah, I think I have him at 36. Maybe I guess Flacco over Rodgers. Is Rodgers even going to play?
Yeah, I have Flacco over Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
like-
sounds like It sounds like Daniel Jones more and more is going to end up being the Indy quarterback. So I'm going to keep Daniel Jones out of Flacco.
Why does Mason Graham look like the Rizzler?
Hey, so I'm 4 for 4, baby, or 5 for 5, baby.
This guy actually looks like he should be in that family.
Dude, he's a monster, by the way. Pull up the Mason Graham player card.
We did not do a Mason Graham player card. He'd probably just be like, Michigan.
Michigan boy.
I'm going to bounce. Can I come back in a little bit?
Of course, brother. Of course.
Basically, you can come back whenever you want.
Absolute beef eater.
Absolute beef eater. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Too early to say Cleveland already won the draft with that trade back. If Travis Hunter puts a gold jacket on someday, I think you can argue they lost the trade still. Especially knowing how Cleveland drafts.
Apparently, Cleveland was close to trading down again with the Bears, but they decided not to.
Which means that the Raiders could take Genty here, or the Bears might ring him up and make sure they get ahead of New York.
I hope this is Calvin Banks or Armand Membu.
Yeah, I personally think the Raiders will straight up pass on Genty right here.
I think so too.
I think they
Then
will
the Jets take him.
I'm gonna. So
What
we
are
all,
Genty's-
Danny got a point there, right? Yeah, Danny got a point.
What are Genty's 7th overall bets? Odds.
I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna mute your mic while you're
Shop.
coughing. That's irritating. me.
Sorry. They're rumored. Let me see. Wow, 7 and 8 aren't even available. Because if they trade away Brees Hall, maybe they get Genty.
Oh, did they just score? Or was that a replay? Was that a highlight that I just saw?
I don't know. I don't have it on.
Did Chuck tip the Giroux shot?
Yeah, it's still 1-1.
Oh, okay. All right. That was
Who scored
Tkachuk.
the Toronto goal?
Matthew Nyes.
Credited to Tavares, I think.
It said Nyes on the screen afterwards. Yeah.
Might have been
I mean, very likely could be Genty, but to be honest, I think this
St.
will
Calvin
be,
Banks.
I'm going to say Membu. I think the early reports a couple of days ago was Membu is their guy.
I'll say Genty.
I'm going to say Banks because Pete Carroll on Twitter tweeted out a draft day hint, and it was a picture of Will from French Prince of Bel-Air.
That's
and
a family guaranteed.
I don't know.
No, you know what? I'm going to change my answer. I think it is
I'm saying
Genty also
Banks.
because I think they would have taken Banks had Genty gone.
I'm saying
And
Banks.
Jacksonville probably trades down, and the Bears come up for Genty, and that's why they would have taken Banks.
What if like the smoke screen of the all smoke screens, Genty just goes to the Cowboys?
Sounds like copium to me.
Oh, he's not gonna make it. I'm joking around, but fuck, that'd be hilarious.
Also, can you make sure you're centered, Danny? It's bothering me that you're like this.
Am I not
You're
centered?
talking like this half the time?
I didn't even realize that. My bad, brother.
I'm changing my pick to Membu.
You're changing your pick to Membu?
I'm going Banks.
I'm gonna roll Genty here. Are any of my bets torched? Yeah, my top 5 bets are definitely torched. Oh, actually, no. If Genty, no, actually, wait. Yeah, Graham went. Yeah, no, my bet's torched. My top 5 bets torched. God,
So
imagine the odds.
that was
we could've
minus
gotten on
200.
that.
Yeah, no.
Do you think?
Oh my god, because Mason Graham was the initial 5th overall favorite.
Yeah, if you had bet it like today, like right before the draft, you could have gotten some sick odds on that.
Fuck.
You think if Jacksonville didn't make that trade, they were going to go Tet then?
I think they were going to trade down with the Bears, to be honest.
Right, and like probably take
And
Tet.
then the Bears come up and get Genty, is what I think what would have happened. Has any of my other bets made any? Okay, I think everything else is fine. I took under 15.5 offensive players drafted in the first round, so I maybe need to keep track of how many offensive players have gone. All right, Raiders are about to announce their selection here in a second.
I said Banks.
Yes, sir.
Idiot.
There we go. You switched it, Flett. That was an official switch.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Wow. They
There
did it. Yeah.
They did it. Ashton Genty is a Las Vegas Raider. It was a connection we've been making, most of the people in the draft industry, for a while. The Raiders don't really have a whole lot of offensive identity outside of Brock Bowers right now. You got Geno there. Pete Carroll obviously wants to run the football. Chip Kelly can use Genty in similar ways to the way he used those OSU running backs last year. Balance, movement ability, receiving ability. What can you say about this dude? He's an absolute stud. Weaknesses are non-existent, honestly. Level of competition, 9 fumbles. Who gives a shit? Pass pro lapses. He'll learn that at the next level. The Raiders just drafted the next Alvin Kamara and also have
They drafted the RB1 in Dynasty.
Football. So you got some serious firepower on your offense now. Add some receiving help. Geno might have a nice little bounce back year. And I would say good news for him, because this will really, really help the offensive projection of what the Raiders are looking like. And great news for Bowers, man. You get more talented players on this team for Bowers to cook.
Wow, the Jets pick is already in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb
Membu
here and say that they sprinted to take Membu.
I agree.
Raiders O-line any good? Well, let's take a look here. The Raiders offensive line, let's presume that Colton Miller is not going to be gone, because right now he's like kind of holding out / not really excited about his current contract. But as of right now, the Raiders offensive line ranked as the 20th ranked unit in terms of run blocking grade in the NFL last year, and the 13th ranked unit in terms of their pass blocking grade. Let me see. Did the Raiders add any additions to their offensive line this offseason? I'm trying to think.
Sorry, just give me a second. I'm sorting through my bets that didn't hit.
Thanks. Colton Miller, Dylan Parham, Jackson Powers Johnson, who they drafted in the second round last year, going into his second year. Alex Kappa, Buccaneer great, they added in free agency. And DJ Glaze is the right tackle, which I brought up in our mock draft, that I was like, oh, maybe that's not a great option at right tackle. You probably should have taken Membu or Banks or whoever. But yeah, for whatever reason, they want the absolute superstar running back.
You had Genty under 6.5, right?
I did have Genty under 6.5.
There you go.
So very good thing that he went with that selection, because I did need to win that one.
So I've already missed a bunch of bets, but the one I did hit was -185, Genty under 9.5.
Yep.
Nice.
I got it at -160. I believe. I don't know, Flock. It's debatable. Draft isn't over yet.
Do you think the Bears take Omarion now, or do you think they go defensive line or Tyler Warren? Warren.
They could go Tyler Warren for sure. I think they're going to take Membu personally.
No. I'm talking about the Bears now.
Oh, yeah. They could definitely take Warren. Okay. Danny, let's have the conversation.
Where?
The Las Vegas Raiders, Ashton Genty. He is
RB1
where in Dynasty running back rankings?
RB1.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Where do you have him?
3.
Fair enough. I think it's a tier at the top. I think I have a top 4 with him, Bijan, Gibbs, and Devon Achane, but
I don't think Achane's in that tier personally.
It's slight mini tier behind then, give or take. But I honestly think Achane, like, I would much rather him than Barkley given the age.
Yeah, I would say for the only way that Genty would have been RB1 for me is that if he went to the Bears or the Cowboys, personally. I think.
Yeah, I honestly think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Achane. I have Achane RB4 for what it's worth, or maybe RB5, depending on what you feel.
Here, for the purpose of that, I'll I'll put HN in his own tier, but I kind of just like had it like there on the site, but
yeah. Connor Hellebuck, Winnipeg Jets goalie, is asking why, just resetting the clock.
Pretty much. I trust the landing spot. I think it's going to be a relatively good offense. I trust Pete Carroll's history of usage with running backs. You're resetting the clock. You're getting a 5-year term with him on a good situation. And like I said, I just trust his talent. I think he has the ability to be the RB1 overall in terms of talent in the NFL.
I don't disagree with anything that you just said.
But I think you could put Bijan and Gibbs ahead of him because they're proven. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. On the 1% chance that he's not a superstar immediately, and maybe it's like, for example, Bijan, we all thought was going to be a superstar immediately in the NFL. And in his second season, oh my God, it took him so long. In his second season, he finishes as the RB3 and final finish RB4 in points per game. So
I think it's totally reasonable.
Like same career trajectory as Bijan, which I think is a reasonable projection given that they're the same caliber of prospect, then I think you're getting 1 extra year of elite RB1 production out of Bijan. And when you have that projection
in the short term,
of course, yeah, but I think if you're playing a 3 to 4 year window for the most part with Dynasty, I think Bijan's going to be an elite running back 1 for the next 4 years, just like Genty will be.
The only counter I would have 3-4 years
got an extra year or 2 out of him.
The only counter I'd have is 3-4 year of a production window. At the same time, we've seen the volatility of Saquon Barkley's Dynasty value versus you would have Genty, like I said, 2 years from now.
Well, yeah, if Bijan blows his ACL out, then that'll be the same thing.
I'm just saying there's more market volatility. I would agree with you. If you want to take Bijan and Gibbs, perfectly fine. They're studs. They're in the prime of their career. I just personally would rather re-roll on the fresh rookie that I think is that tier of talent. I understand there's more projection involved.
I don't disagree with you, but Saquon Barkley would have been the RB1 in Dynasty for 5 years in a row if he doesn't blow his knee out.
Maybe. There's
no one would have taken anybody over him if he
Christian McCaffrey.
I think if you had a healthy Saquon for all those years in a row, he would have been a top 5 running back every year.
Yeah. Again, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying I think Genty is just resetting the clock with similar talent.
This is also my thought on it. I will be very quick to move Genty RB1 as soon as I see him look like an absolute stud.
It's perfectly reasonable. But I think it's perfectly reasonable to be more reactive on it. I'm just more willing to take that chance. I personally,
and for what it's worth,
like if I'm in a startup, I would take.
This is where he was the whole time for me too. This is not a change. Like I had him at 3 the whole time.
Yeah.
If I was in a startup,
I had him 1 all the time.
Right. If I was in a startup pre-draft and I was drafting the rookie pick 101, I would have taken it after Bijan and Gibbs. Personally,
I would have taken it before them.
Yeah,
that'd be the difference.
Yeah.
Again, I think both are perfectly fine to do. I think, relatively speaking, you would agree that they're in the same tier regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys are Genty bag holders, you feel pretty good about the volume he's about to get. He's if you have the 101, don't think. He's the pick.
Okay, so what are our predictions here, Membu?
Membu's my prediction.
Membu.
Are you going to roll with Membu or are you going Warren?
I said Membu.
Okay. Yeah, Carolina is a wild card, man, because I kind of
Walter Nolan, baby. Walter Nolan.
You better put some coin on it.
I already have it. Plus 2,500. $10.
I'm gonna see what the actual. Okay, you can't actually bet it right now because it says number 10 overall pick is the one that is most.
Yeah. That means it's already in pretty much.
Yeah, probably, or people know it already at least.
Yep.
There it is.
Nicely done, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Back. I'll be right back.
So am I 1 ahead? No, we're tied because you got Genty, right?
Yep.
So we're tied right now. We're both 6 out of 7.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, both 6 out of 7. The only one we missed was
you missed Graham and I missed Genty because I guessed Banks.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Okay, you got it updated. Nice. Yeah, pretty good news for
back tackles. Last two first rounds.
Yeah, pretty good news for the Jets offense. I mean, you need beef up there. You haven't been able to blow open holes for Breece Hall, assuming Breece Hall's still there. We've heard a lot of reports today that Breece Hall could be on the move or could be traded or whatever the case is. To be honest, if the Jets don't appreciate Breece Hall, I hope they trade him. Because I think I still think Breece Hall is one of the best 5 running backs in the league. So
76 for Breece Hall and 110. Sign it up.
Brother, you are being greedy. You should take Breece Hall for 76 and thank your lucky stars the Jets are that stupid.
Too much, man.
It's not.
Oh, damn. My Mason Graham over 5.5 actually missed.
That's tough. I would
insane.
if I was the New York Jets, or sorry, if I was the GM of a team that needed a running back like the Broncos or something, I would like instantly give up a 3rd round pick for Breece Hall. Like I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Not there.
What do we got here?
I just think he's only got 1 year left of team control, and then you have the affordability to have to sign him to, or the opportunity to have to sign him to 15 million per year, 17 million per year next year.
How would
the asset of Breece Hall is not worth the 76th pick at this point.
Yeah, I wonder how this would have been scored. Jaguars' first pick. I think Hunter qualified as a corner, if I'm not mistaken.
No bullshit, Jonathan. I would have to take Breece Hall +7 for number 6 to reset the rookie clock.
What?
Yeah. I'd be valuing number 7 plus about the 3rd round pick. 7 plus 76 for number 6 overall. Because Genty went 6 overall. In terms of relatable draft cost, I would need Breece Hall +7.
I think he's referring to Dynasty.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about real life perspective.
Yeah, I think that's why I was confused. I'm like, I think he's talking about Dynasty.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Good amount. 2 1s? 2 1s?
No, I wouldn't need 2 1s.
Like 2 random.
I mean, even market value maybe, but I would definitely want like a mid first plus like a 2 or something like that. But I'm also
if this is Walter Nolan, I am going to be so happy. So happy.
Hey, Justin, Danny would still do it anyway.
I would still do it, brother.
Don't fear. For what it's worth, Danny, if Liam Cohn or Gladstone or whatever says he's going to play primarily wide receiver, I will be right there with you. I have some hesitancy. If you recall when I did that breakdown of like, okay, let's see what's going to happen with Travis Hunter, I said Jacksonville could go either way. They were one of those teams where it's like they could go either way. And very easily, they could decide that they're going to play him 100% of snaps on both sides of the football because Travis Hunter's that good. But it's a tall task in the NFL. It hasn't been done since the 60s.
You guys are going to get Gray Zabel, and you're going to love it, Dylan.
It's kind of mid.
I saw Jeremiah mock it too.
Greg Zabel?
Yeah, Gray Zabel to the.
He also just loves Greg Zabel, though, for what it's worth.
He loves it.
Yeah, we got to make a prediction on Carolina, by the way.
Oh, right. Okay, in all seriousness,
I'll be taking Jalen Walker, I think.
I'm going to go Jalen Walker because if it is Walter Nolan, I don't mind getting it wrong because it'll mean I just hit big.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll say Jalen Walker. And to be fair, I also do make if he is picked here too because I bet on that as well.
Yeah, I would venture a guess to say it's Jalen Walker because they've been pretty heavily connected to him for a long time now.
Is he classified as? I hope he's classified as linebacker either way.
Why?
Because what if they announce him as a defensive lineman? What happens?
What was the bet that you had? Defensive lineman first pick?
Panthers linebacker first pick.
I think he might be an edge, brother.
I hope he's just classified as a linebacker on the fucking app. That'd be pretty sus.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, we're all over the place. Yeah, you're gonna take Jalen Walker as well.
We're all going Walker.
Yeah, we're all going pretty chalky here. I want to see,
dude. This is like, get me Tyler Shuck at 9. Give me Tyler Shuck at 9.
Tyler Shuck at 9, bro. It's gonna be Jackson Dart.
Give me Tyler Shuck at 9, baby.
Look at Dave Canales, bro. What a handsome guy.
They look happy. Okay, so it's probably a pretty good player.
Tet. Imagine. What if the video was leaked? What if the video of Tet McMillan saying that he like doesn't watch tape or whatever was just leaked by the Panthers?
Or the Cowboys?
What? How did you turn that into something about Dallas?
Because I want him.
Just a legendary skill set by Danny to turn things into.
It really is amazing.
It's truly impressive. It's truly impressive.
It is.
Give me Tyler Shuck to the fucking Saints. Yo, I need a bozo pick of the day.
Tyler Shuck to the Saints would be. I would laugh. I would go put my Bucks if that happened.
Dude, please give it to us. What would you even do with that in rookie drafts?
How does Tyler Shuck going to the Saints affect Dak, though, is the real question.
Real. Hey, what would you even do with Tyler Shuckett rookie drafts if he went 9th overall?
Bro, I don't know. What I would do with him is not draft him ever and let my league
Never
mates
drafted. Yeah.
never draft him and be like, hey, 9th overall draft capital.
26-year-old with major medical red flags going to the worst supporting cast in the league. Sign me up.
Ooh.
If this happens, I'll laugh really hard.
Hey, look.
This is an ooh. I knew it. They were connected to him.
Wow.
Oh, my Bryce bags.
Bring up the player card.
My Bryce bags are smiling, bro. Holy shit, I love it.
Wait, Ian Rappaport in the tweet definitely just called him an Arizona State wide receiver too.
Yeah, no,
Arizona is a state.
Yeah,
I'm getting raked on draft bets. Oh my god.
Oh goodness. Yeah, he's just getting fleeced. All right.
Holy moly, my bets are not hitting. And
Tedero McMillan.
RAKED, by the way, for those
All right,
wondering.
quiet down before I mute your mic. Tedero McMillan, wide receiver, University of Arizona, not Arizona State, 6'4", 219 pounds, ball winner, ball knower also. Size, athletic, press coverage, yards after catch ability, very fluid for the size. 4.53 was the reported 40-yard dash time at his pro day, 89th percentile speed score. You see both of us with the comp of Drake London there. A lot of people talked a lot of shit about Tedero McMillan, only for him to ultimately go exactly where we thought he was going anyway, which was 8th overall in the draft, inside the top 10. For those of you guys that may be wondering, I'm going to have to pull it up on the side here. Does he sneak into the league winner tier now that he has top 10 draft capital? We might have to check that out. More on that in a few minutes.
Oh.
Where now, Danny, yeah, I'm taking him over Hunter. It's top 8 draft capital.
Top 2 draft capital.
I realize he might play defensive back more than he plays wide receiver.
I think 2 is higher than 8.
It is, in fact, higher than 8, yes.
Wait, this is a big win for Bryce.
It's huge.
Huge win for Bryce, dude.
No, I know, Lucas. Lucas, I wanted him. That's my cousin, by the way. Lucas, fuck. He wanted Ted as well.
What, did he bandwagon your Cowboys fan?
I mean, I got him to the NFL. It's only tradition. I got to bring him onto the squad.
Matthew Golden, buddy.
Trade down. Houston, 25-58 in your 2026 second.
You're going to take Tyler Booker and like it.
I think I might end stream if that happened.
Danny, every year your team picks somebody that you hate, and it ultimately ends up working out. Like, Tyler Smith fucking hate the pick.
Let's take the 4.0 RAS guard at 12 overall to set the tone.
Why did you take the linebacker when the corners were on the board? Fucking Micah Parsons.
He ended up being one of the best edge rushers of all time.
Okay, settle down with that.
Hey, he's on pace too. You can't even deny that.
Okay, so let me ask you this question here. Tedero McMillan or Lad McConkey? Tet, right? Tedero McMillan. This is the real question because I actually
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, I almost changed my comp, by the way, for Tet to Marvin Harrison Jr. because I actually think they play kind of similarly. Tedero McMillan or Marvin Harrison Jr. in Dynasty?
Tet.
I would rather have Harrison.
I said Marv.
I think
Tet's
it's
in that
re-roll.
tier. I agree. I think Tet's in a tier with Harrison, London, and Collins in my rankings right now.
I think
good, Connor. Hey, aren't the Jets playing right now? How are you watching the stream? Are the Jets playing right now, Flat?
They play tonight. I don't think
they
playing.
Play tonight. Okay. Tyler Shuck.
Okay, you don't have to absolutely scream into your microphone.
Okay, I'll actually guess Calvin Banks for the contest, but
yeah, I don't know. This is my thought process. This is where Tet lines up for me in terms of the tier of wide receiver that he would be involved in. The comp that we had for him: Drake London, Marvin Harrison, Nico Collins. Isn't Marvin supposed to be the best prospect y'all scouted? He is, man. He is. He
had a relatively down
had a disappointing rookie season.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I still really love Marvin.
If he was available as a rookie in this class, that's one thing. But we're not drafting the prospect. We're drafting the guy that played a year in the NFL.
If I was bold enough, if I had the balls to do it, I would say he's in this tier with St. Brown, Nakua, and Brian Thomas Jr. But I don't have the balls to do it at this moment in time. So I'm going to hedge a little bit and rank Marvin Harrison there.
Connor, I just think he has a higher market ceiling. I mean, you just mentioned Ladd did all of that, but there's obviously still the risk level that they could draft another wide receiver as well, not to mention. And if Tet were to have that similar outcome, he would be a top 3 to 5 dynasty wide receiver. The fact that Ladd did that, and he's the wide receiver 11 on the market, shows his market ceiling, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Real quick, Matthew just scored.
He just scored?
Nice. Is this Tyler Shuck?
It is not Tyler Shuck, Danny. And
I'll go
need
Kelvin
this
Banks.
to be an ASAP so you can stop talking about it. Jalen Walker is going to be my official guess here.
I'm going to go with...
I'll go Banks.
I'm going to go with Shadur Sanders.
Ooh, spicy.
Okay. This is the difference for me right now. Tedero McMillan versus Travis Hunter. With the current information that I have, they come out and say he's going to play primarily wide receiver. That's one thing. Obviously, I'll move him up. But for now, we don't have a lot of information on what Jacksonville's going to do with him. I think we can lean towards he'll probably be a primary wide receiver, but we don't know for sure. So that's where I have him at 15 right there in that range with Ladd McConkey, AJ Brown, JSN. I think that's the appropriate level of risk to bake in while also accounting for the fact that Hunter could very easily be the wide receiver 1 in Dynasty someday. But you need to factor it in to some degree, in my opinion. Danny's going to obviously just swing for the fences, but I'm going to hesitantly say that. And then we got Calvin Banks going to the Saints there. So makes sense. I think that all adds up. The Saints go offensive tackle 3 straight drafts or 3 last 4.
Right? I'm 1 up on you now, right?
You are, yeah.
Let's go.
Did the Saints take Trevor Penning in 23 or 22?
2022, I believe, because that was when they traded AJ Brown, or that was the AJ Brown year that he got traded because they made that deal with the Eagles.
What?
They made a deal with the Eagles the year that the Eagles also made a trade for AJ Brown, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Trevor Penning in 2022, Fuaga last year, right? That's who they took in the draft. Yeah. How did he do in his rookie? I think one of the most
He's a good player.
One of the most underreported rookie seasons is some of the offensive tackles that went in the first round last year. Like, no idea if Jordan Morgan was good. No idea if Tyler Guyton was good, except for you, who you talk about the Cowboys constantly. No idea if Talise Fuaga was good. No idea if who was the one that the Bengals took in the first round?
Mims, right?
Amarius Mims. Like, who were any of these guys good last year? Like, I have no idea.
I don't think Morgan played, did he?
Did Morgan not play?
I don't think he played a whole lot.
I'm literally going to offensive tackle blocking grades because I'm so like in the dark with how these guys had.
Morgan only appeared in 6 games, started 1 of them.
Who do the Bears go now? Tyler Warren?
I'm gonna go bold and go Colson Loveland.
Ooh, I like it.
That's Mason did say that in the chat that they were really in on Loveland.
Yes,
I'll follow you then.
No, don't follow me
as well.
I
have the bet on Bears tight end first pick, so
I will take Tyler Warren here. I think that they'll go Tyler Warren personally.
Yeah, and I think I can get another leg up on Corey Borey.
It's because nobody gives a shit about individual tackles. Yeah, fair enough. Bold prediction, Dart to the Saints. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're taking Dart now. I can't believe McMillan ended up going 8th overall after all that. After all this nonsense that people were just talking bare shit on this guy. He ultimately, I remember people in my one video, they're like, you shouldn't be using 10th or 8th overall draft capital for Tet McMillan from NFL mock draft database. There's no way he's going to go that high. He ultimately just goes that high anyways.
Good luck, Aaron. Hopefully it is Loveland for your sake. I could see Hampton. I think, honestly, based off what we've been hearing, though, it sounds more like one of the tight ends might go here.
We're talking about the schedule release. We just want to know if it's Tyler Warren or not.
I know. For real. Yo, nobody asked about who the Bears play. Sorry.
Yo, Danny.
It's good.
What ended up happening with Will Johnson?
He has knee problems that have been flagged.
Okay.
Not fun.
He's got.
I'm gonna need you to center yourself immediately, Danny.
I was leaning, eh?
This guy is half out the frame, like it's the Micah Parsons draft. Oh, quickest way to incinerate cash, by the way, is to
follow my bets.
is to bet on the NFL draft.
Oh, I'm getting smoked right now.
Tyler Warren to the Jets is gone. Bears draft Ashton Genty is gone.
My only bet that's hit so far is a $5.40 profit. $5.40.
Dude, just announce it.
Dude, yeah, I'm getting smoked. Jalen Milroe quarterback too, or Tyler Shuck right here would be great.
We're gonna have to hear about Tyler Shuck until he goes in the 5th round.
Tyler Shuck, 10th overall to the Bears. Let's make it happen.
Danny, how many deep are you at the moment?
No, I can't lie. It's probably the J. The beers are fine, honestly.
I thought you were trying to say Bears there, and you just like Canadian down. You're like the beers.
The beers.
Chicago beers.
Chicago beers.
For what it's worth, that's actually what the Chicago accent sounds like.
Beers.
No, they sound like
just shirtless fucks in the crowd.
Chicago.
Chicago beers.
Arch Manning, 26, 27. Dude, Arch Manning ain't gonna be in next year's class, man. Ain't no shot he comes out, especially when he realizes Cleveland might be buying for his services.
Chicago.
Yeah, I remember I took a layover in Chicago on the way to Cancun, and the flight attendant comes up to you and she goes, "Do you mind putting your seat back a little bit?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Excuse me? I don't speak Saskatoon.
I don't speak spit.
I don't speak Saskatchewan is what I don't speak."
Yeah.
I'm slamming the bourbons. No
Fucking right, brother.
That's borderline wreck my entire house energy right there.
Tripped out so hard.
Yo, the Cowboys want to be on the clock. They're trading down.
They're doing like a Steve McMichael like tribute, and I thought that's who they drafted for a second. I'm like,
Ooh.
Never do that ever again. You just completely destroyed everyone's ears.
Sorry. Interesting pick here. Colson Loveland.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I think Walter Payton gets virtue signaled at every possible moment by the NFL.
They
like,
love
what a great guy he was.
Yeah, what a fan. No, imagine they did a tribute. What an awful fucking asshole.
Yeah. I feel like okay, let's make the selection here.
Dude, I'm sweaty. I can't lie.
Yeah, this guy's gotta spit it out.
Yeah, buddy. Like we didn't want to hear your full life story. I'm sorry, pal.
No, in all seriousness, I'm pretty sure Steve McMichael died today. So,
sorry for his family's loss.
Is Goodell talking shit? There you go.
Go blue!
Danny, you gotta stop yelling into the mic, man.
Am I that loud?
You're literally screaming at the top of your lungs into the mic.
Go blue!
Oh my god.
Sorry.
When you want to scream, just go like this and then scream.
So he got a Sam Laporta.
Yeah, he did, in fact, get a Sam Laporta. I'm locating his player card, and I can't find it. 1 second. Colson Loveland.
Dynasty
there we go.
Rankings.
Well, let's have this conversation after this. Colson Loveland, University of Michigan tight end. We didn't actually, I feel like we didn't cover the tight ends like as much as we probably should have throughout this draft process, but excellent separator, athletic. Didn't get to see him test, unfortunately, but very versatile. Slot usage, out wide usage, probably going to be more of a move tight end at the next level. Age profile is really strong. You see only 21 years old, 6'6", 248. He's long. We were talking about it when we broke down his film. The dude's built kind of like Gumby. I think, a Mike Gesicki is who they're throwing on the screen, or is this Tyler Eifert maybe that they were throwing on the screen there for that comp that DJ was talking about? Guy's great after the catch. A little bit of functional strength issues, a little bit of blocking issues. Cole Kmet, I mean, hopefully he doesn't get in the way too much. He's just good enough of a tight end that I think it's possible he gets in the way a little bit during the rookie season. But I love the fit, man. Top 10 draft capital for, you and I both were, okay, this is going to be our tight end one. Most NFL or most rookie draft people are going to take Warren instead of him. We'll see where Warren goes. Maybe maybe the Colts take him at 14 or something like that. I would be curious to know what the consensus is in the dynasty community if Loveland at 10 versus, like, let's say Warren at 14.
You want to tell me you want me to tell you what this means specifically? We're
What's
going to
that?
see a whole lot of exterior usage from these Chicago wide receivers, because we're going to see a crap ton of 12 personnel. We're going to see Cole Kmet in line. We're going to see Colson Loveland used as that move tight end. I think he's going to play a lot of big slot when they do a transition to 11 personnel. If we're talking about the Amon-Ra St. Brown type of funnel targets, obviously we're going to see Rome Odunze get them. We're going to see DJ Moore get them, but we can see a lot of situations, especially in big personnel, where Colson Loveland's out there getting a lot of slot usage.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's an outrageous take at all. So one thing I would say that's kind of slightly annoying about people go, oh, they're going to use a lot of 12 personnel now. Normally that doesn't actually materialize like in the way that we want it to for fantasy. But if there's one guy that I actually trust to do it properly, it's probably Ben Johnson. So that's the nice thing about this landing spot in this situation for Colson Loveland with the 10th overall draft capital. And obviously the fact that Warren is no longer going to go in the top 10. Loveland does move ahead of him in terms of his prospect model grade. I mentioned
Loveland tight end 1. He had a plus 510. Great work.
That's nice. That is a nice pull there. Yeah, Colson Loveland ranks very similarly to like a Dalton Kincaid, a Sam Laporta, a Hunter Henry in the model. But I like the landing spot for sure. If Colson Loveland had tested solidly, like I'll run through this scenario right now. How fast would Colson Loveland have ran realistically? Let's say a 40th percentile. 40th percentile.
4.65.
I think that's much higher than 40th percentile, but let's go 4.68. He runs moderately decent.
I think he's faster than that for sure. I think he's Sam Laporta level fast.
I do not personally.
Fair enough.
That would equal what? An 8 RAS score? Probably 8.5 because he's big.
Sure.
8.5 RAS score. We're going a little bit conservative here, obviously, because we want to make sure that we're not overvaluing a guy that didn't test, because naturally he did not test. So we need to make sure that we don't overvalue it. And we are going to go to the traits grade here. And now Colson Loveland moves up slightly, and he is in the territory now of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th best tight end in the model. Just behind Michael Mayer, Noah Fant, David Njoku.
Yeah, Mayer, eh? How?
Mayer had fucking stud production, man. It's hard to match Mayer's production from.
I just think the 10th overall draft capital would matter more.
It's factored in. That's how good of a prospect Mayer was.
Fair enough.
Who does Danny want the Mayer traded on day 2 here?
Who does Danny want the Cowboys to draft now? Trade down, brother. I want to trade down to 12, from 12 to like 20 to 25 range. Try to pick up at least a second and third, give or take. I don't know what the actual relatable cost is, but teams might be panicking right now. Oh shit, we got to trade up for Josh Simmons. We got to trade up for Gray Zabel. The Cowboys released interest in Gray Zabel before the draft. I don't think they did it by accident. I don't actually think they're going to be drafting an offensive lineman. I more so think they did that so that teams would feel like they have to jump the Miami Dolphins to get an offensive lineman. And I think the main team to do so would actually be the Houston Texans. Texans are giving you value. They give you 58. They give you a future pick to be able to move up from 25 to 12. I think you take it, and then you take a Burden or a Golden archetype at 25.
Did you both get the Loveland pick, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so Flett's now tied with me and Danny's up 2
also,
on both.
I don't think we're taking a running back in the first round. In fact, I think we're either going to be trading for
careful what you wish for, brother. I would not say a word until my team was picking if I were in your position.
I just think, my opinion on it, I don't think they're taking a running back in the first round. I think they're either taking one at 76 or they're trading 76 in a deal for Brees.
Is bro thinking more than Jerry?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Jerry will probably just do whatever he feels like it realistically. Tight ends typically have to be at least the second target on the team for fantasy. I'm not a fan of the spot at all. I can't lie. I don't disagree with this sentiment to some degree. Like 10th capital speaks, man. Don't get me wrong. That is big, big point. Capital. But is he in year 1 or 2, let's say, because he's a little bit of a raw prospect coming out. In year 1 or 2, is he already going to be better at earning targets than DJ Moore or Rome Odunze?
No, not year 1. Probably year 2, maybe.
So we're probably looking at a guy who is.
I think he's got Trey McBride upside in this spot.
He's going to go 110 to 112 for rookie drafts now, probably, right?
Yeah.
Let's assume median outcomes for the running backs, wide receivers, and what we kind of expect. He's probably going to go like 111, 112, I would imagine. Maybe even higher given the 10th overall draft capital. Because, how many tight ends have been drafted in the top 10? The answer is not very many. Like Bowers didn't even go in the top 10 last year.
The reason why I also don't think the Cowboys just stick and pick Golden at 12? Because they met with every single one of the receivers. So to me, I think it'd make more sense if they traded down and then drafted whichever one fell. I think, why else would they meet with all the top draft receivers?
We got to make a pick for the Niners before this happens.
Michael Williams.
I'll
take Jalen Walker here.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
His ceiling seems like 2024 Laporta with this spot. And if that's the ceiling, I'm all out like the prospect, though. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, too. Like, Laporta already was a hit, too. So, like, that you also factoring in that maybe he struggles early on in his career kind of thing because he's a tight end. That's usually what happens. Dude, let's get it moving. I got soccer practice. LOL.
Dylan?
Yeah.
Hey, is it Dylan? Yeah. That's comedy.
All right, Raj, what do we got? Close.
We had that on our mock.
We did have that in our mock. You're right.
Not bad. Honestly, our mock is hitting pretty decent right now.
Is it? Feels like we've missed everything.
Well, we had at least the first 4 picks. We had that pick.
We did not have Jacksonville at 2.
Fuck, good point. I mean, yeah, we had Hunter going 2.
Yeah. I'm certifiably only hitting on Ashton Genty under 6.5 on my draft bets so far.
See fucking Mason's. He lives either in a live stream or at soccer practice.
Yeah, Danny, what if you guys take Tyler Warren?
I could see it. I mean, Ferguson was
Danny,
banged up last year.
You are the king of the Jake Ferguson's a top 10 NFL tight end hive.
If you think Tyler Warren's a difference maker, I would trust the offense.
Is.
Which
And
he would be, yeah.
Ferguson is certifiably average, so
I think he's a fine tight end. I think he was also hurt last year for what it's worth. He was much better the year before, but
see,
I don't know.
It's funny when I get texts from my league mates that are like kind of semi-casuals, and they go, "Why did the Bears draft a tight end when they have Cole Kmet?" People think highly of Cole Kmet.
They love Cole. Big fans.
Cole Kmet, certifiably, by the way, as he is every year, will be a value in best ball. Every single year, he's about a value in best ball. He'll be like an 18th round pick this year.
That's a pretty decent defensive line now for the Niners.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys are trading down. That's my
Diamonor Lenore and Malik Mustafa are kind of like the Army guy meme there, but
I think my prediction for the Cowboys is they trade down.
That's what you want the Cowboys to do. So my
I think they
prediction
will.
for the Cowboys is that you take Greg Zabel.
My prediction is they don't because the pick's already in.
Oh, the pick's already in. Then Matthew Golden.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Matthew Golden too.
I'm going Greg Zabel here.
Oh, the pick's in.
Let's get some beef.
They're celebrating. They're happy as fuck.
They only celebrate like this when they.
You want to hear the off the board pick? Igbuka. But I'm going Golden. But
I would love Igbuka, dude. I'd be ecstatic with that.
Also, I already know Dylan is asking. He's not saying it.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah. If you guys know the rule, if you're gonna make a prediction, make sure there's a question mark in the prediction.
Yeah, people added it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because
especially when it's the Cowboys and Bucks. Otherwise, I can't guarantee how I'd react.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm seeing it right now.
Let's see what we got. I knew it. I should have guessed it. I'm so mad. He's gonna, just so you know, if you're also a Cowboys fan, if you're a Cowboys fan, Danny does this every year, and the guy will be a certified All-Pro. Look how happy he is.
My God,
was that Jalen Milroe who just dapped him up there?
He's running to the podium.
He's literally hauling ass.
Yeah, he is.
Daniel Jeremiah just called Will Anderson Will Smith. Danny, it's gonna be okay. Now that is a chain. Yeah, that is a certified fucking chain right there. Oh no, Danny's gonna be off one of like two more picks. Danny's gonna be floating out of the screen like this.
I might have to switch to my laptop in a second and go inside.
What a great fucking comment by Connor.
Oh my god. Oh my, are you kidding me, man? Tyler fucking Booker at 12? Are you kidding me? A 4.0 RES guard? Oh my god, man. Oh,
Brother.
I'm so pissed.
Anytime you could take a late day 2 caliber talent.
Why are they so excited? Why are they so ecstatic about Tyler Booker? That's not that exciting. Fuck. They love it. Look at the war room. They're fucking so happy. What are you fucking celebrating? That's horrible.
Danny's having a crash out for the ages right now.
Dude, you took a guy that may or may not outrun us in a 40-yard dash.
We're pretty slow, dude. I don't know. I ran like a 5.6.
He might outrun me. Fuck, the guy's got like 100 pounds on me too.
Brother, I promise you I'm dusting you in a race. If I ran a 5.6, you probably running slower than that.
I was sneaky athletic. Oh my fucking god.
This.
Tyler Booker?
I promise you he's going to be a Pro Bowler, dude. I promise you he's going to be a Pro Bowler. Every single Cowboys fan that ever has a problem with a pick is always like, we should have taken this guy instead of Travis Frederick.
This exact time next year.
Oh my god.
Danny and I are going to be having
took
conversations.
Tyler Booker. Fuck.
Who's better, Quentin Nelson or Tyler Booker a year from now coming in?
Oh my! We took Tyler Booker, man. Oh my god!
The glue guy in the early first.
I'm gonna end it.
How does it feel?
Because Danny was convinced the Texans were going to give up 7 second-round picks to move up 13 spots in a terrible draft.
I'm gonna fucking lose it. Tyler Booker.
He's already fading out of the screen, ladies and gentlemen. For the love of God, Danny, center your camera.
I was typing.
Well, then sit up straight.
Oh, I might go to the laptop in a second.
This is almost Nick level BDG. Dude, I didn't, obviously we were streaming also, but that would have been funny to see a Falcons fan crash out of a Michael Penix pick. But now Falcons fans convince you that like Penix is better than Baker Mayfield or something.
Dude, I feel like we crashed out pretty hard when that pick happened. So I can only imagine how it feels.
Are we taking Luther Burden at 44 at least?
No, brother, you are gonna take Tez Johnson and like it.
No, don't do that to me.
I already got one pick. No, here I'm gonna make a legitimate prediction here, Danny. At 44, you guys are gonna take. Wait for it.
Okay, at least a receiver. That's all I ask for.
No.
Oh no, we need a receiver.
It's gonna be. No. You're gonna take. You're gonna take Ravel, the corner.
Okay, I can like that.
And then you're gonna take in the 3rd round,
Jalen Knoll.
No,
RJ Hart.
You're gonna take. No, you are going to take in the 3rd round, Tez Johnson.
I'd lose it. At least do this for me. I had to witness my team drop Tyler Booker at 12. At least give us a like.
Yeah, that is correct.
Tyler
Also, shall we make a prediction? I'm so mad at myself for picking Greg Zabel. I was right there. I had it.
Is Tyler Booker at 12 the new Cole Strange at 27 or wherever he went?
Yeah. Hey, brother, I wasn't a top 12 pick. I would be comparing those two.
Oh my god!
I'll still never get over that Sean McVay video. That might haunt me for my lifetime.
What Sean McVay video?
When he was laughing at the Patriots for taking change.
He got a 5th round grade on them or whatever.
Cole Strange.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Real quick here, we got to lock in on Miami's pick.
Miami.
Yeah.
They're taking no lineman. I don't even know who's available. Simmons, I guess, maybe.
We took Tyler Booker, bro.
I'm gonna go with an off-board pick for Miami here. They lost Javon Holland in free agency. They're taking Malachi Starks here.
Ooh.
I'm actually gonna take
Josh Simmons.
You go Barron, Flet, Josh Simmons and Jahdae Barron and Malachi Starks. We're all over the place.
Or Jahdae Barron. Ooh. I'm gonna go Barron actually because they're actually.
That would be one bet that could salvage me some actual currency because I did take him to go under his 8.5.
Dude, the Colts are taking Warren now.
Yeah, 100%.
Dwight Clark 2.0 for them, 44, baby.
Did you say Dwight Clark?
Dallas Clark, sorry. I was thinking of the 49ers tight end for a second. Christ.
He was a wide receiver, but yeah.
Was he a receiver?
He's built like a tight end.
He's built like a tight end, yeah. How big was Dwight Clark?
He's tall. He's like 6'3", I think.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, Bush. I'm not sure if you're watching, but Ottawa tied today.
Did the Leafs score a second goal? I have not been watching. I've been watching the Booker crash out.
6'4", 220, by the way. What's it called? Clark was Dwight Clark. Man.
Wow.
We actually took Tyler Booker at 12. You know who this feels like? This literally feels like we drafted Jonathan Cooper. Cardinals.
In all fairness to the Cardinals that year, there was not a good player on the board.
Maybe there wasn't this year either.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad draft class. We actually did get a question over on the site, which I forgot to mention.
Okay. After we answer this, I'll switch to the laptop then.
Yeah, for sure. WN Stanfield says, want to move into the first to potentially get a running back. So Rashee Rice, rookie 107, is what's on the table for him.
Can you get any type of juice on this?
I think this is probably too steep for me on Rashee Rice. I think I would take the 107 reroll, just given that Rice is a bit of a head case and the fact that you also get a potential, like you said, to get a running back if you need one. I think that makes a lot of sense.
I think that's reasonable, especially if you're high on this running back class. I think face market value, I'd probably value Rice closer to the 105, 106, but especially if you can get even a little bit of juice, I'd be willing to do this for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said Simmons, right? What did I say?
So much because his team took Tyler Booker in the first round. That's why.
We were all wrong.
Go blue!
Oh, God. Gross.
Christian Watkins replacement.
You mean Wilkins?
Or Wilkins. Dude,
he's off one tonight. That is off one tonight.
I'm about to be even more off.
Yeah, this is Drake's underdog tweet. First round O lineman since 2010. Tyler Booker, Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith. You guys like your Tylers. Holy shit. Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, Tyron Smith. You guys like anyone with a T first name. Any T first name offensive lineman is going to the Cowboys certifiably.
Good name, in my opinion.
Yeah, facts.
All right. I'm going to go to my laptop quick.
Pick is already in.
Why do you need to go to your laptop?
I was going to go outside.
Why?
Nah, I'm good. Never mind. I was going to go cool off.
Oh, he's going to slide down the chair? Is that what you're going to prepare to do?
This is where I have to inevitably
I could be right back if that's better.
I mean, I'd go do what you got to do, man. I don't care.
Oh, let's do the review first. Oh, we already did it. Right.
We did. That was the trade question. You are stunned.
Sorry, I'm so stunned after that pick. I cannot believe we took Tyler Booker at 12.
Zach Martin retired, who is the guard in this class. Scout. Well, we got this Booker guy. Booker T. Love that guy. Let's get him.
Damn.
Also, Bush games to OT, yeah?
Dude, I'm missing every draft bet.
I'll have to decide. Sorry, Maria's beside me. She goes, do you get to order food?
I'm starving right now, too.
Yeah. Oh, any drop some suggestions in the chat. What should I order?
I got wings.
Yeah, I got wings, too.
You guys making me want to have. I feel like if I eat wings at this time, I'm gonna certifiably pass away by like the 23rd pick, though. You want wings too? Okay, maybe I have to order wings.
She wants wings.
Great call.
Good call.
Marco's Pizza. That sounds like a very regional pizza location. Like I don't think they have Marco's Pizza.
I don't think there's a Marco's Pizza in Elmira.
Yeah. All I just immediately thought of was Danny's friend Marco just cooking up.
Did you remember when he was in Mason's stream?
Dude, he was a certifiable prop.
Dude, he was just on the outer screen with the wine. We're in Mason's stream, and he's just chilling there drinking wine in the back.
Prop is crazy.
This has got to be Warren, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that's my official guess. As
Mason,
well.
do you remember Marco when I hopped in the screen and he was just in the corner? Oh, they're talking about getting food. Who did you guys guess? So Warren, everybody?
Oh, Warren.
Yeah, that was easy.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, he's got the Dallas Clark number, boys.
Yeah, they officially took him. Gronk light is aggressive. That's got to stop.
Yeah, can we not do that with Tyler Warren? Like maybe TJ Hawkins can.
Yeah, is okay. Wild Wing, I think is over. It's going to be a Wild Wing type beat, I think.
Yeah, that's a good calm.
Okay. Shall we
get the thing? Yep.
beef Wellington from Gordon Ramsay? Pete, I wish, brother. I wish. Honey garlic? Can you do like a half and half? Yeah, like I need some heat. I can't be eating honey garlic. What am I, 10?
Honey garlic's good though.
Honey garlic's the best.
Nah,
Hey, are you guys blue cheese or ranch?
Blue cheese.
ranch.
Blue cheese all the way. Oh,
Ranch is good too. For what it's, I actually I'll dip any wing in anything.
Mason doesn't have one. He's just vibing.
Mason's adopting Los Angeles sports.
I'm leaving in 5 minutes. Sad. I want to see Henderson or Hampton for the Broncos. Yeah, that would be sick. Good luck at the soccer practice, by the way.
Yeah, we need to break down this Tyler Warren shit here. Okay. Tyler Warren, Indianapolis Colts select him with the 14th pick. Probably the best prospect team pairing prediction going all the way back to the very end of the college football season. People were pegging this one to happen. Huge frame. I mean, they said Gronk light. I think that's a little aggressive, but 6'6", 256, toughness, strong hands, productive as hell. Really gritty blocker, as you can see listed there as one of the strengths. Nuanced routes, kind of a bit of an issue for him. You don't see him create a lot of separation. He's the type of guy that you just throw it up to and you trust that he's going to come down with it because he usually does. Yards after catch explosion, open field athleticism, to me was a little bit of a question mark. So we wanted to see him actually test at the combine and didn't. And Mitchell says Tyler Warren probably throws better than Anthony Richardson. You're probably correct with that statement as well, because he is not a very good quarterback, but Daniel Jones going to start for them anyways. So,
But Bush, what about the 5 rushing touchdowns a year he's going to snipe from Jonathan Taylor?
oh my God, is that going to be a narrative on Jonathan Taylor going into fantasy? Tyler Warren's going to snipe touchdowns from him. Atlanta Falcons pick, by the way, this is Jalen Walker very, very easily. So that will be with the selection I'm rolling.
I will also
all
guess
guess Tyler Warren, by the way.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Here, I'll be right back in like 10 minutes. Gonna go cool off and heat up my wings. Got some food. Are you getting food as well, Corey?
I think so. Apparently Wild Wing only does pickup. Are you sure it's not just, can I see it?
So, Bush, when you get food, I'll me and Flet will take care of it. I'm quickly going to go eat some of mine.
Oh yeah, it's because they don't do delivery because they close at 10:30.
Also, Bush, for the predictions before each pick comes up, I'll just text in the group chat until I'm back. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. I'm gonna go heat up my food.
You could have a bubbly instead of eating wings. I don't think that adds up. You could go pick it up if you want. I mean, okay, well, everyone saw that coming. Why it took me out of this and left Danny's chair. It literally took me out of there. Oh, that's funny. Falcons, not Jackson Dart. Okay. Danny tilting so hard. There's a place open called the Wing Mania, but that sounds like a ghost kitchen where I might not get any food delivered to my house. Might just take my... Wait. Is Mason still in the chat? Look at this establishment's name. Is this going to focus for me? Come on. Okay, this establishment is called What the Flock Wings. I'm not even exaggerating. Insane. Does Wings Up deliver? This is a Canadian problem right now. A little bit, yeah. I could order Don's. That is correct. And I could definitely go for Don's. All right. You said Ottawa tied it up, but it says 2-1 still on my screen.
It's going to O2.
What the hell? Oh,
Yeah,
I must have.
Third's
Okay,
already
my
over.
shit froze. My shit froze.
Okay.
I'm out here thinking it's the beginning of the third, like a pleb. Yeah, it wasn't on Go Live. That's embarrassing. Canada has a lot of problems. US, yeah. Like it. Of course, Jeff's in here. Flock Wings is a marketing opportunity. Need a bunch of sketchy ghost kitchens. Y'all see the Buffalo Wild Wings, all you can eat wings. I'm gonna crush that next week. I think we don't have very many Buffalo Wild Wings here, but we do have a couple. Okay. Falcons are just really milking this thing, eh?
Yeah, just praying for a trade down.
Yeah. I'm a happy Buccaneers fan at the moment because Jihad Campbell and Jahdae Barron are both on the board, as is Will Johnson, who are my top 3 preferred selections. I may have spoke too soon, and we might take like Maxwell Harrison, and I'm going to be in the same situation Danny's in. At least my guy ran fast, unlike Tyler Booker doing what he did. Tyler Warren pick is gross for fantasy, right? I think that's generally going to be the sentiment here. Am I suddenly going to become a Tyler Warren guy after thinking he was going to go way higher in fantasy than a lot of other people thought? You have to get to those and review. What are you talking about?
I used to have with the Wings.
Oh, you have to get those in review. I see what you mean. Yeah, I also should probably update where I want to put Loveland and Warren in my rankings as well. Now that we know where they went.
Oh my God, they really are milking the clock. It's down to 30 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
Now they just finally picked. Here we go.
Okay. Colston Loveland. Let me actually share the screen.
Your pick's Jalen Walker, right?
Yeah, my pick is Jalen Walker.
Yeah, we got the same.
So my thought process is probably not into this. I'm very much still a Laporta believer because I think that Jameson Williams could be on his way out, especially because they've talked about shopping him already. So I actually view these guys basically as they're all in their own mini tier because Bowers is significantly more valuable than McBride. McBride's significantly more valuable than Laporta, and Laporta's probably significantly more valuable than these guys. I think I would still, in a vacuum, prefer TJ Hawkinson, but I think Loveland would probably slide right behind there because I think tight ends, one thing I'm starting to learn about the position is it's in an ideal world, yes, young tight end hits, he becomes an elite fantasy tight end, but like guys just miss so often at this position that I'm gonna like when a guy like TJ Hawkinson is just gonna be a certified easy projection every single year. I get that he's a little bit older, but I'm still just gonna trust that he's got plenty of years left in the tank still. And then Warren, I would probably slide in. I'd probably slide him in right behind Kittle, I would imagine. I think I'd definitely prefer him to David Njoku, even though Njoku not getting Hunter added is definitely going to be very helpful for his range of outcomes, but that's probably where I'm going to be looking at it there. So Hawkinson over Loveland for you. Yeah, I agree. I think Hawkinson over Loveland would be my takeaway there.
I know you were slightly joking about it, but I actually do agree with you. Like, I feel like Kmet is just going to be so annoying.
Yeah, dude, I wasn't actually joking at all. Like, I really do think that Kmet is a good enough tight end that he's going to functionally be a pain in the ass.
He's just going to be in the way.
Yeah. But yeah, I just saw the pick. Fuck me. I'm trying to order McDonald's, so I have an excuse.
Were we right at least?
We were, in fact, yes.
Love that.
Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to yell at Maria and see what she wants. Okay, non-responsive. In In America, what are McChickens called? Are they just called McChickens in America? Junior chickens?
I think so.
I think junior chickens are called McChickens in American McDonald's, if I'm not mistaken. But McChickens, junior chickens, whatever you guys call them, with Thai sauce, absolutely electric.
That sounds really good.
I've been doing that since like legit 2012. And they are so popular and so I've gotten it so many times. Like anytime they have like a sweet chili McWrap or something on the menu, I know they have Thai sauce on deck, and I've been doing it since I was like a kid. And now it's like I feel like I'm personally responsible for getting it put on the menu because it's literally on the menu now. Like it's a menu item.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I think the Patriots come up for Egbuka.
Patriots come up for Egbuka.
Yeah,
I think that's a copium pick.
I don't know exactly where, but
don't Canadian McDonald's have poutine? They do. Yes.
Oh, they're
it's
like
not very good.
Pretty good too. Like they're good for what it is.
Yeah, like if you had to get a poutine from a chain, where are you getting it from?
Like for like it would depend. Like for like a dinner or for like a drunk food or for
just you're in the mood for poutine.
Like smoked.
Want it? Yeah, smokes. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm definitely like I think Harvey's has pretty electric poutine. I don't know why. I just think their poutine's really good, and I also absolutely could eviscerate a New York fries poutine every.
New York fries is fire, actually.
Yeah,
no, that's a good one.
But like the best poutine I've had is definitely like in Montreal
know
at like poutine stands in Montreal.
In Guelph, Montreal has the best poutine for sure. I don't know how much of a chain it was, but in Guelph there was one called Pierre's Poutine. It was pretty good too.
Yeah, was that on the main strip there?
Yeah, like downtown.
Yeah. The main fun fact, like that was where all of my first like 10 dates with Maria were all there because she used to live in that area. So.
Oh yeah, I think I knew that. Wait, where? Like where'd you guys go?
Endy, Atmosphere. Trying to think. What are some of the other places? There's a bunch of places downtown Guelph that we used to go to. Danny coming back with poutine. I think Danny's just gonna be off one when he gets back. He's smoking that Tyler Booker pack.
Oh yeah. This is where I become the co-host because Danny's just out.
Yeah.
I'll still never get over that picture with the popcorn.
The popcorn picture is electric.
Might be the funniest thing ever.
Is it psychotic if I have a Big Mac at this time?
No.
I kind of want one.
It would be psychotic if you had a Big Mac and it was just a normal day, but it's draft day. So there's your excuse.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good call. To be honest, though, like I don't actually think I'm that hungry. Like I had like a chicken kebab and a bunch of other stuff.
Bush, Mason's asking for the popcorn picture. You got to show him.
I don't actually know where it is. Danny, I'm sure has it. Danny has pictures of himself from when he was 7 years old.
Too. I'll see if I can get it.
If there's anyone you can count on to have an old picture of themselves, it would be certifiably Danny. He has pictures of himself at 6 years old playing football. So. Maria's watching Handmaid's Tale like so unbelievably loudly right now. I can hear what's going on in the show.
Wait, who's up right now?
The Arizona Cardinals.
Do we pick for them? No, right?
We haven't. No. Hear me out. He's been alphaed by this guy before. This is Egbuka.
Oh, Christ.
I actually really like that, to be honest.
I'm going to go with Walter Nolan here.
Yeah, that's who we had in our mock.
Yeah.
I believe, at least.
I think him or that Zabel guy makes sense, but I honestly
Zabel would make sense. Seattle's probably tightening their cheeks, hoping that he falls to them.
Yeah, facts. I got to lock into this overtime.
So, also, is this a common American thing too? But do they cheap out on lettuce at McDonald's in America? Because I notice every time I get like a junior chicken here, they give me 2 strands of lettuce on it.
I feel like that'd be shocking because they don't cheap out on anything fast food in America.
Fair. But every time I eat McDonald's here, They used to give me like a nice little thick layer of lettuce. I need a crunchy, lettucey burger. It's like the best part of burgers to me. Texturally, it needs to be that way. But here, I don't know if like the carbon tax raised our lettuce or something, and that's why that we get 2 strands of lettuce now. But I'm fairly certain it has something to do with the carbon tax. Now, mine usually has a ton, probably too much. Like, do you know how much, what disgusting, I've literally told McDonald's employees, like, I will literally pay extra to throw more lettuce in this.
Yeah.
It's just like, it probably is Justin's fault, realistically. Because I think pre Trudeau, I think we were getting lettucey junior chickens. The draft has not gone as I thought. I would say generally it's gone relatively similar. Okay. Nice flat. Nice.
There we go. That's a point.
That's a point.
Oh, Toronto just won. Let's go.
Did they?
Yeah, I missed it.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know who scored, but
okay. I feel like everybody who's ever shared a meal with a woman is going to know what I have to do here and order a large fry, because the direct quote I got was, I'll just have a couple of fries.
Oh, and it's going to be the whole thing.
It's going to be half the fries. So now I need to get a large fry.
Yeah. Also, like, no chance you'd ever guess this, but Simone Benoit just scored.
Simone Benoit just scored.
At least one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By a Simone Benoit OT goal.
Let's get the brooms out, brother.
Oh, yeah. It's over now.
Oh, that's so funny. Did you see that? Did I send you that video of the guy who made the Senator song?
I've seen it.
Yeah, where he's like, it's
the one with,
been
like,
a
the
minute. It's like so cringe.
Yeah, it's like outside the arena, right?
Someone commented below it. They're like, Leafs in 4. Holy shit, that was sus.
Yo, Danny, send Mason the popcorn picture.
Danny's about to recreate it right now.
Nick might have it.
Danny, you have pictures of yourself playing football at 10 years old, but you don't have the popcorn picture?
Are you dipping that in ketchup? Oh, okay.
Hot sauce. If that was ketchup, you were about to be fired.
Oh, yeah.
I still can't believe the Jags traded up for Travis Hunter. I'm still kind of mind blown by that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what on earth? I need to show somebody. Like, can we get a zoom in on this? Hold on.
Breeds?
Look at that. Look how much. Look at the upcharge on large fry.
Oh, dude.
I can't see how much it says.
Plus $3.70 to get a large fry instead of a small.
I got like two single wings, is what they call it at Wild Wing. It's basically like almost a pound, not quite. It was $55. It was insane.
51st State sounding decent right about now. Goodness. It's Canadian. That's free. That's funny. Those extra inches on fries premium. Danny's got a fucking suburban dad ringtone. I need to put you in the back seat because I'm watching the most unappetizing thing of my life.
This guy's a degen, man.
It's the most unappetizing thing I've ever witnessed.
A full wing in his mouth, about to answer the phone. Hello?
You're gonna kill him, Flat. He's gonna choke on this shit. No, you are not doing that in front of the camera. That's never gonna happen.
Oh man. Who's up now? Cincy, right?
Yeah. Since he's got the pick in pretty quick too.
I feel like they go pass rusher, but I don't even know who's available.
I'm gonna go Barron here. I think this is Barron because I want Barron to fall to us, and I think it would be pretty classic if he went 2 picks before us. So I'm gonna go Barron. Hopefully, reverse.
You guys are 19.
Yeah. I would very much like Barron, Will Johnson, or Jihad Campbell. Jihad Campbell being my first choice.
Mike Green.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna take Mike Green too.
Okay, that's not bad.
I think they go pass rusher.
All right, large fry, sweet chili junior chicken, extra shredded lettuce. I'm gonna count. I'm gonna literally hold it up to the. I'm gonna hold it up when it comes. I'm gonna hold it up, and there's gonna be like 3 strands of lettuce on the fucking thing, even though I ordered extra lettuce. $21 for a junior chicken and fries.
That's it? A junior chicken and fries.
Yeah, $21.
That is wild. Is that on Skip?
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Absurd. And also, for what it's worth, I have Dash Pass, so like my delivery is free, and so like it's not even like those delivery fees and
What's that?
Dash Pass.
Yeah,
it's like you just get discounted like orders and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's where I actually don't use it nearly as much as I used to. Like I used to use DoorDash so much more than I do now. So
is it free or do you like pay monthly for it or something?
Yeah, I think it's only like $6.99 a month. It's like pretty cheap. Like if you order DoorDash at least once a month, it's like basically worth it.
It's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Has to be Barron or Campbell. Yeah, I could see this being Jahad Campbell as well.
Man, I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I almost feel like nowadays round 2 and 3 are more exciting than round 1.
Trick is just be DoorDash for wife. What does that even mean?
Trick is just be DoorDash for
Is that implying that I'm just going to get Maria's food? Oh my God. Yeah, I think. Is it me or when you were young, did the draft coverage, like what they talked about, like stick in your head? Like I remember when I was a kid, like watching the draft, what they said about the prospects was like now my opinion on the prospects too. Like, and I was like, oh, this guy's great. And like, I remember all the like stuff that they said about him. And now I'm just like, I feel like most people know this.
Yeah.
It was like such new information at the time though, because nobody covered the draft, like other than like pros, like, DJ and Mayock and those guys. All right, let's see what we got here, Bengals. Gruden ruining me. Yeah, I mean, Gruden also selected Cadillac Williams over Aaron Rodgers when we had fucking Chris Sims as our quarterback. So I'm never going to forget that one.
Oh, damn. The position was right. Player was wrong.
Jamar Stewart. I dig. That's a nice. I think the Bucs might have been interested in him. So that's probably a target.
Now Barron or Campbell will be on the board.
Yeah, and I would guess both, actually, because I think that Greg Zabel is going to go here.
Yeah, Gray Zabel or whatever his name is, yeah.
Yeah. I will be
officially. He's an interior guy, right?
What's up?
He's an interior guy, right?
He played all over the formation in college. He played left tackle at North Dakota State, but he is projected at the Senior Bowl. He worked out as an interior guy, and he played center mostly. So I would say when the Seahawks, who have like the absolute worst interior offensive line in the league, pick him, he'll probably play center or interior offensive line. Yeah.
Yeah.
4.5 career sacks. Got to pick him at 17 overall.
4.5 career?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He is, though, the most athletic defensive end in the history of the combine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 10.0 RAS.
Oh, Jesus.
They used to talk about players before they were drafted. Now it's mostly commercials between picks. That is factual as well. I feel like a lot of
the first round may be the most drawn out like thing in the world.
Oh, dude, I remember like one of the best drafts, obviously just because of how good the players in the draft were. But to me, in terms of like the analysis of the players and like what they were saying and stuff, I always like rewatching the 2011 draft because the 2011 draft obviously just had so many studs in the first round or whatever. But to me, like when you watch a draft like that, you're like, oh my God, like listen to the analysis and the drama of the picks. And they're obviously that year too, there was the Julio Jones trade. There was the Ravens missing their pick. And like there was a bunch of shit that happened that made the draft more entertaining. Is that the Penix of this year? Shamar Stewart?
Tyler Booker was Penix of this year.
Tyler Booker. Yeah. No, I think what was the most surprising pick this? So like I'd say the Hunter trade is 100% the Penix of this year in terms of surprise factor.
Other than that, maybe the other Michigan D lineman.
Kenneth Grant going. Where did he go again? Miami?
Yeah, 12. Would that have been
13?
Oh, 13. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprising. All right, Seattle. Leave us Jahad Campbell, please.
Wait, so he went over Walter Nolan then? Yeah. Yeah,
that's correct.
I think
that the Bucs are going to potentially try and move back here, to be honest, as well. Because I do think they want Jahad Campbell, but they know that there's some teams that may have flagged him medically and could maybe move back a little bit. So that would be one thing that I would maybe look for is this might be the spot where we start to see teams try and deal up because Pittsburgh is the quarterback spot that people would probably be worried about. And Denver might be a wide receiver or running back spot that people could be worried about too. This could be interesting.
I was going to say, Mason just said it's a super boring draft, but like
I think this is where it's going to get entertaining.
I was going to say there should be a lot of fantasy relevant guys in the next little bit here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully.
How many teams actually traded their first round pick this year? I don't think any. Did anybody trade their first round pick this year? Is there anyone who doesn't have a first? I think everyone picks.
Yeah, maybe not, eh?
Yeah, I think everyone picks. I mean, usually it's like, oh, the Rams didn't pick or something like that.
Yeah.
You usually could count on them to not have their first rounder. But no, I think everyone has it.
Well, and like
no one has two either.
The popular trade down spot is Minnesota, right? Because they're the team with like no other picks, basically.
Yeah, they got a compensatory late third, but they don't have a 2, I think.
Yeah, I don't think they have.
And they have like 4 or 5 total picks, so they could definitely be.
Even after the 3, I don't think they pick again till like the 5th or something.
I did. So I heard Rich Eisen say, Mason, that this is the first year since 1994, I think, that there's not a team with 2 first-round picks, and there's no team that doesn't have a first-round pick.
I was going to say, I also, for the record, don't think this sticks.
Zabel.
Like someone will probably come up.
Someone will move out of the first round, probably, yeah.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Fix it. Can you remove me?
What are you saying?
This guy's a mess, man.
This guy popped in for a second just to say hello.
Wait, did we guess here? Oh, yeah, I guess that whatever that offensive lineman is.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if this is not Greg Zabel, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Gray Zabel? I've been calling him Greg for the longest time.
I was wondering that too. I was like, wait.
I didn't know his name was Gray. I've been calling him Greg for like at least 3 months. That's funny as hell. Oh my God. You have done this all draft season. Okay, I guess I'm just a complete and utter casual thinking his name was Greg. It bothered me the whole time. No one corrected me, all right? All right. All right, Buccaneers on the clock here. I need to shut my door really quick because it's bothering me that it's wide open. All right. I think it might be IPA time too.
I don't know about your about like the leagues that you're in, but I feel like the dynasty leagues I'm in, this is like the quietest it's been right around draft time.
Yeah.
There's not been many trades at all, really.
No, I made a deal in my Bush League Best Ball Dynasty. Let me know what you guys think of this trade. Chat, Danny, Flett, whoever. I'm in a league where my quarterbacks have suddenly disintegrated into the face of the earth even though my rest of my team is insanely good. Like I have my top receivers are like Jefferson, Nico, Garrett Wilson, Metcalf, T. Higgins. Like I have like a really good receiver core, really good running back core. It's a best ball league. I have Laporta, Jake Ferguson, Pat Fryermuth as my top tight ends too in a best ball format. The trade I made because my quarterbacks going into last year were Kyler Murray, Anthony Richardson, Deshaun Watson, and Derek Carr. And now I have one startable quarterback in Kyler Murray. So I made a trade with Nate, who I may have even seen in the chat at some point. I traded him Kenneth Walker and the 111 for Bryce Young and the 208. And Bryce Young just got Tedero McMillan. So I think that's a nice upgrade. And I would say on face value, like I value Bryce Young as probably like a 5th or a 6th round startup pick. Kenneth Walker more like a 7th or an 8th round startup pick, give or take. And the 208 versus the 111, I mean, there's a difference there, but I do think you're still generally going to get a pretty decent player at 208 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously it helps now that Bryce Young has Ted McMillan to throw to.
I was going to say, I think even if you didn't need a quarterback, that's pretty good. But the fact that you did like pretty much need one, that's like
it's also the only need on my team, realistically, too.
Yeah.
And my thought was, am I going to take a quarterback at 111 or like I farmed out? And I've been saying this to all you guys too. So I'm obviously kind of practicing what I preach here. I've been saying if you need a quarterback and you have like a late 1st round pick, don't draft Shedeur Sanders. Go after Michael Penix or Tua or JJ McCarthy or Jared Goff or Bryce Young like I did in this situation. Like to me, that's just a better use of that capital. I'd rather have a player like that than swing on a Shedeur Sanders type or whatever.
Wait, what the hell? So Adam Schefter, who like has just been tweeting the picks, he randomly just tweeted Buccaneers picking ... and then that's it.
Did we miss our pick?
Like,
no, pick is in. It says we've made our selection.
Yeah, I don't know why he tweeted that because he's
okay.
It's very weird.
Danny's waving. What do you want? What's up?
Jahad Campbell.
Okay. I want Jahad Campbell. I'm going to reverse jinx it and say that we're taking Donovan Ezeraku. Like I said, I would like not. And also, certifiably, Jahdae Barron and Jahad Campbell did not go under, whatchamacallit, like I thought they were going to, 18.5. But I made those bets due in part because I wanted them to fall. Golden went over 17.5, Danny. He has not gone yet. So that's a bet that we won. Salvage some of the absolute rinsing that we've taken. Jahad under 18.5. Yeah, that's torch because we're at the pick 19 now. Jalen Milroe drafted by the Rams, Dart over 24.5, under 15.5 offensive players in the 1st round, and Ravens to take D-line edge their 1st pick are the only ones that I have left still in play. All right, let's see what we do. Jag said Hunter is primarily wide receiver, then we'll learn defense. Yeah, I'll put him 102 then.
Nice.
Bo Callahan. I do. Yeah. Connor Hellebuck, Jets goalie, says the hit rates of the last 15 years quarterbacks 1st round have sucked. They have in fact sucked.
Yeah. Well, the back half ones too.
Wanye, don't spoil the pick. He said Bucks. What the fuck?
Oh no. Wait, what could be like really bad?
Do not spoil this pick in the chat, please.
I'm not.
Whoever, like, people are saying this pick is wild.
That's what I mean. Like what could be bad? Like, would you say?
Mason Taylor.
Well, like, bro, like not even like the actual
player. I think it's Matthew
Golden.
Could
be bad.
I think it's Matthew Golden. I think that's probably what people are referring to. I'm changing that to my official guys. I think it's Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden?
Yeah. Are you eating celery?
Yep. Came with the wings.
I know, but it's cut not how you would cut celery sticks with wings. It's cut like how it grows out of the ground.
What if they fell in love with
Matthew Golden?
Yeah, you're taking Golden. This pick is wild, apparently.
Wait,
okay.
Which, what if they
confused.
found? What if they
Omari
found
and Hampton.
running backs?
Okay. That's more lettuce than you will get. That's so facts. Dude, Danny's celery is more green than I'm getting.
Tony.
Okay, what do we?
Oh,
Okay, don't spoil it yet. Oh, yes, dude. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much, dude. I love it so much. I absolutely love it. This is like my favorite fucking player in the whole draft. Oh my God, I love it.
Rip McMillan.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, McMillan was the biggest sell on planet Earth for the longest time before this. Oh, I love that, dude. I fucking love this. Emeka Egbuka, I might buy a jersey. Honest to God, dead ass. I might purchase a jersey because I friggin' love this player. You see my comp for him, plays for this team. Chris Godwin, excellent hands. DJ just said it. Unselfish. Well, the leader in the league for most unselfish wide receiver superstar duo is 100% Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So he is going to fit in perfectly, block his ass off. Route running is spectacular. Strong yards after catch player, athleticism out the wazoo. This is going to be one of my highest rostered dynasty rookie wide receivers, mainly because now I know for a fact people are going to let him fall in rookie drafts because, oh, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, too many mouths to feed. Baker, we are up, first of all. He is going to have a fucking ball thrown to this dude. With McMillan as the fourth receiver, like, are you kidding me, dude? This is insane. I love this pick. Absolutely love the fit. Probably going to slide in now. Where is he going to go in rookie drafts? 107 to 110? Probably, maybe even like on the lower end of that.
I think he goes higher or lower than the tight ends.
I think he'll go higher than Nick Buka or than Loveland personally. I don't know. Maybe in the chat, would you guys take Loveland 10th overall capital to the Bears and Warren 14th to the Colts, or would you take Igbuka in this situation? Because I know a lot of people are going to look at this and go, oh, year one, he's probably not going to do a whole lot. Year two, maybe he starts to work in a little bit. I mean, here's my thought process on this too. I know that Jason Light knows when Mike Evans is hanging it up. I know he knows the answer to that because Mike Evans on the Loose Cannons podcast, one of my favorite Bucks podcasts, has said he knows when he's hanging it up. He just isn't doing it yet. So it's possible that Mike Evans is hanging it up after this year. I lied to you? What did I lie to you about? What else do we got here? Whole chat. Yeah, please not Hampton would have been insane. I would have been pissed if we took Omari and Hampton. At least we didn't take Tyler Booker.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think this good long-term outlook, but obviously we'll have a JSN like year one. I think this is a pretty accurate assessment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pewter Report said Bucks first round receiver drafted since Mike Evans. Yeah, we haven't drafted a receiver since Mike Evans that high for sure. Bucks taken wide receiver. So if you go to my Twitter, like 2 days ago, I said our needs were like I listed them, and I said the first three needs I listed were on defense. So I really did think we were going to go defense for this, but I did put at 5. I put offensive playmaker, either if one of the tight ends falls or a wide receiver, because I knew they liked Golden and I knew they liked Igbuka to some degree. I didn't actually know how much they like Igbuka, but it makes sense. Jason Light loves the person. He's obsessed. All of his big misses have been drafting the wrong individuals. So it makes sense that Igbuka, who had like 100 interview score from David Zach, is the guy that they fell in love with. Such a liar, dude. I'm the worst. Where does Igbuka rank knowing he can't? Danny wanted a wide receiver. Oh, man. Well, you know what, Danny? I would say let's trade, but I absolutely don't want to do that. So
you don't want Tyler Booker?
Danny wiping his whole body down. Sounds like copium. That defense, though, dude. Okay. We have other picks, first of all. We can address the defense.
Omari and Hampton.
You think this is Omari and Hampton? Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the Broncos are kicking themselves that they didn't just get Igbuka, first of all. Yeah. I think this is Omari and Hampton as well.
Get a lead ball carrier.
Yeah. All top wide receivers have not gotten great landing. You don't think Ted McMillan going 8th overall to the Panthers is a great landing spot? I think that's as good of a one as he could have gotten, to be honest. Trust Light will make it happen. Yeah, I honestly think that Light will make it happen. On defense, all we really need realistically is our defense to play better and be healthier than they were last year and to get a better pass rush. And adding Hassan Reddick, Yaya not being banged up, Cansey not being banged up, Braswell they drafted in the second round. They obviously really like him still because they didn't address the edge position early in the draft, despite I know they like Donovan Ezeraku. So the fact they didn't take him means that they probably feel pretty comfortable in the edge position. They just need a little bit of cornerback depth, a little bit of they need a linebacker though. Like linebacker is a fucking issue right now.
Could the Packers take Golden?
Yeah, I think it's definitely in play.
So
I
I'm
feel like that doesn't
highlighting some
help
of my
the
bets as
Packers,
well.
but, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not very high on Golden, but
I will say, like, generally speaking, I'm a lot higher on the move from a real life standpoint with Igbuka. Like, I just love it as a fan of the team.
He's a good player.
Still
I mean, you
way
can't
better
complain with
move NFL wise than fantasy wise for sure.
You can't
At least
complain with
in
a
the
good
short
player
term. In the short term. I love it for the long term. I do think that he's going to get alphaed like Emeka Igbuka typically does early on in his career, but he can be a long term number one for us. I think by year 2, year 3, I love it.
I'm taking Ward.
I would have been taking Baker before this, to be honest.
I'm taking Ward. I moved Ward up into the Bo Nix area.
You moved Ward up into the Bo Nix area. I ain't there, dude. I like Ward the prospect, but I ain't there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm baking in how high the market's going to be on Ward, because people might take him 102.
You're baking in something.
Yeah. Let's talk about where we place Igbuka right now. Would you rather have Igbuka or Jordan Addison?
Probably Igbuka.
Really?
Yeah, that's close though. That's
Like,
about the line.
Among this group here, you think he's in this range?
I think he'd be right behind Rome for me.
Right behind Rome.
I have Rome at 18.
Wow. Okay. I'm at 19, so he's a little bit up there. I personally, I think I'd rather have like Xavier Worthy. I think he'd probably be right about here, give or take, for me.
I mean, it's a pretty fluid tier. I think it's like literally them, like Devontae Smith, Zay Flowers, all pretty close together.
Jeremiah Smith goes to the Bucks in a couple years. That'd be funny as hell.
What other skill player are we missing that we didn't adjust yet? After
I
Warren?
adjusted Warren and Loveland already. I don't know if you did or not.
Was there anybody picked between Warren and Igbuka?
Not at
Offensive
skill
skill
position,
player?
no.
Okay.
I mean,
we're
what
about
was
to
your
go right
guess?
now.
What, by the way?
Martin Hampton.
Everyone's Hampton?
I'll
Everyone's
say
guessing Hampton right now?
I'm fully ready to add him into that tier with Devon Achane.
I'll say Hampton as well, yeah.
Yeah. I think you could argue that Addison's too low for sure. But I see a range of outcomes here where Igbuka is by year 3 the number 1 receiver for this team. Like Godwin's old enough. Evans is old enough. It's a short term.
What if this is
short-term
Luka
option
Burden?
there. Wanya said Broncos is a weird pick too.
I'm still going with Amari and Hampton. But like,
I mean, I feel like we
switching.
can't change it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
we
already
can't.
said
Don't
it.
change
When
it,
he
don't
says
change it.
it's a weird
Also,
pick.
yeah, try not to say that in the chat, please.
Yeah, by year
Try not to give the spoiler like
year
that.
3, it should be a lock. Yeah,
Dude, Dylan Sampson, imagine.
that'd be crazy.
Jesus.
Oh,
It's solid.
I mean, he's probably the best player on the board.
player, yeah.
fair enough.
He's
Wow.
a sick player, man.
Massive draft.
The
board.
running back smokescreen.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been very happy if we drafted him, but I ain't gonna complain about drafting like literally my favorite offensive player in the draft.
When somebody gets the Cooper DeJean comp, you got to listen.
We appreciate you, Wanye.
You know, I appreciate you, brother.
I had Igbuka, wide receiver 21 in the same tier with Flowers, Addison Smith before this. We'll probably move him to the bottom of that tier. Yeah. Let's talk through this like rationally here. Chris Olave versus Emeka Igbuka. What are kind of like the pros and cons between those guys?
The pros for Igbuka, you're re-rolling on a younger rookie. He's going to have a longer shelf life, and you don't have the risk of the concussion concern.
Okay. So I think I'm a little bit higher on Olave generally than I think a lot of other people are, just because
I'm at 26. I still like him, but
I think it's pretty rare that you have a guy that's like a 30% target share potential dude not be valued as like a top 15 receiver in Dynasty. That's kind of where I'm at with Olave.
I just think the concussion risk has to matter because he's had like 4 in his like 3 years in the league.
Yeah, that's fair. What about, Rice? I think it's obvious. Would you rather undergo the risk of Rashee Rice, because obviously there's quite a bit there, or just take Igbuka?
Probably Ibuka, but like that's a good line, I would say.
I love
Yeah.
Rice.
I have
then-
I have Rice at 20 right now.
Yeah. And then Addison, we all know he's somewhat limited in terms of his ceiling because of Jefferson, but I think on a median range of outcomes, I think if Ibuka turned out 2 seasons like Addison has just turned out the first 2 years of his career, I think we would call that quite a big success. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would, I think I lean slightly. I don't actually disagree with the chat where people say like maybe Addison's a little bit too low in my rankings. I think I probably should move him up ahead of Olave and Rice. But
you have him. I'm at 21.
I had him at 25, but I moved him up to 23 just now.
Fair enough. Okay, where are we predicting for the Steelers?
I think it's Sanders.
Yeah, I too think
It's either him or Dart, but I think it's Sanders.
Okay, I'll say Sanders.
It's Milrow. I would fucking.
I'd hope so. I'd make some.
Oh
money
my
on
god,
that.
please! Let's play the hypothetical game. If this was Milrow, where does Milrow go in rookie drafts?
110.
I would take him like 104, dude.
Over Ward?
Any
You
first
can't take him over
capital?
Ward. Can't take
Well, I
him
mean,
over Ward.
it's hard to say without any of the running back landing spots too.
Yeah, that's true too.
It is. Yeah, it's hard to say that, but like, brother, you get a Konami quarterback first round draft capital. Like, I also think he's good.
It's got to be Sanders, right? Look at the reaction right now.
It's not gonna be Sanders. That didn't look like somebody who just got off the phone and is about to get drafted.
Imagine it's like fucking Derek Harmon.
I could see them. I could see this being. They met with Matthew Golden twice, dude. This is probably Matthew Golden.
Are we all locking in on Sanders? You guys change.
I'm gonna go Matthew Golden here.
Okay, Danny.
Because I think they
What's
actually
Sanders?
kind of low key maybe want Aaron Rodgers, and I think you take Matthew Golden here to show that you kind of want Aaron Rodgers
I think
too.
they low key want Aaron Rodgers too. I don't think Aaron Rodgers wants them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you take Golden here, Rodgers might be like, okay, you didn't take a quarterback. You're giving me something that I can work with, kind of thing.
I'm gonna guess.
Plus, I think Pickens will get traded too. To be honest, if they do this,
I'm gonna guess Derek Harmon for the meme.
Derek Harmon. Why? What does that mean?
Because I saw today that their highest draft odds was defensive line.
Okay. Frankly, Danny, I think you may have cheated and looked at Twitter, but
On my life, I don't even have my phone on me.
Well, they just took Derek Harmon.
Did they actually?
no, I didn't see it. I'm just saying I saw him look over and then say, I think it's Derek Harmon.
Yeah, they did take him to.
On my life, I just said that because they were favored for defensive line this morning when I checked.
Okay.
On my life.
Did I miss any of your? You didn't hit on any when I wasn't paying attention, right?
No, I don't believe so.
The last one you hit prior to that Derek Harmon one was Warren, I think, probably, right?
Well, who was after that? I hit Jalen Walker and I hit Greg Zabel.
Oh yeah, I hit Jalen Walker and I didn't mark that either. Did you say Jalen Walker too?
Yeah, I think
Yep.
we all chose Jalen.
I
Walker.
also said Greg Zabel when I was eating wings and I popped in. I said Zabel.
Yeah.
Did you say Zabel too?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a clean sweep.
What's
Yeah.
17? Shamar Stewart.
17.
Nobody said.
Nobody got Shamar Stewart.
16. Walter Nolan. I didn't.
Nobody got Emeka Egbuka. Nobody
I got
got
Nolan.
Walter Nolan.
You got Nolan? Nice.
Yeah, I got Nolan.
Oh yeah,
I was
you did
between
get
him and
Nolan, yeah.
Zabel.
And then
On my life, I didn't cheat. On my life.
So, what the heck's going on with the quarterbacks now? What the hell?
quarters or corners.
Quarterbacks.
I think we're gonna start to see some movement here.
Like, because I feel like New Orleans made a lot of sense. They didn't take one. Pittsburgh made a lot of sense. They didn't take one.
All right. I mean, copium wise, I would love Omar to go here, but
Who is this?
Chargers.
Oh. I'm gonna say this is Will Johnson.
Giants are trying to trade back into the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, this is Will Johnson, right?
Is that Will
This
Johnson?
is 100%.
I'll say Will Johnson as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Harbaugh's definitely getting Will Johnson.
Maybe he floated out some rumors that he has weak knees or whatever. This is an insane value. Like, again, I'm not gonna lie. If we had taken Will Johnson, I would be equally as ecstatic as I was about the Egbuka pick.
Yeah.
Am I really gonna have to add Mason Rudolph into my rankings? Nah, dude. The Steelers are going to take Jalen Milrow, and actually, I don't have a second round pick as of now, but they're going to trade George Pickens, and then they're going to take Jalen Milrow with that second round pick.
Don't do
I
it.
can't believe the Jags gave up a 26-1, 36 or 30, whatever it was. And, or no, they got the worst 4th round pick out of it, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was a trade down in the 4th round that they did to balance it out. Still, I mean, I think Liam Cohen's kind of a fraud. So, oh God, can't wait for this.
What?
This offense with Emeka Egbuka.
Oh. Well, what was Danny's reaction to?
I don't know. He's cheating again. He's probably gonna be like, "Yo, hear me out," but like the
I already said Will Johnson all my life.
I know.
Travis is a generational talent.
Oh, absolutely. Travis is a generational talent. That is a fucking hefty price, though, to pay for 3 spots.
He's worth it.
That's like quarterback money. That you're like,
He's worth
honestly, maybe worse than a quarterback pay.
He's worth it.
Duval.
That was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad, but it was a good impersonation of him.
Yeah, he's a fucking clown.
Duval.
I feel like we need to have a conversation about the fact that there is a mega tier of quarterbacks in Dynasty that starts at Justin Herbert and may go all the way down to like Cam Ward now. Not actually, but like there's a difference between guys like that. But like I feel like there's a minor difference between some of these quarterbacks in this mid like QB7 to QB16 range now. Because like all of these guys are getting upgrades. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed, Baker just got an upgrade. Trevor Lawrence just got an upgrade. Cam Ward just obviously got first overall draft capital, which we kind of knew was going to happen anyways. But like Stroud, Kyler, Caleb, Nix, like right now I have Herbert, Kyler, Stroud, Caleb, and Nix in a tier ahead of Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, and Cam Ward. But would it shock me if any of those guys in that next tier down were outperforming Justin Herbert next year? My answer would be like, not really. Baker Mayfield had another 40 touchdown season and was like QB6 in points per game after being QB5 last year. I think we might need to put some respect on it.
You know where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I mean, Danny thinks Dak belongs in that tier, but like you guys just took Tyler Booker at fucking 12th overall. So
hey, hasn't allowed a sack.
He will.
Okay. Fucking asshole.
I like Dak. I have Dak at 18. I think that's like relatively higher than most people have him.
Bump those numbers up, baby.
I am going to actually put him one spot down, though, because Bryce Young just got Ted McMillan. I had him and Bryce Young were back-to-back for me in my rankings, and he just got Ted McMillan. So, and you got Tyler Booker. That is objective.
That's a good pass blocker.
Okay, but I think Ted McMillan...
He's a protector of quarterbacks.
Brother, if you guys drafted Ted McMillan, you'd have Dak at QB7 right now.
Yeah, like, dude, Mason, you're hearing this, right?
Dude, Young can play, man. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
He ain't Dak.
He's not. He's way younger than him.
Okay. And he's way worse than him.
Brother, I watched him scorch the Bucks, Chiefs, Eagles, and a bunch of other teams in rapid succession last year.
Okay. I'll take the sample size of the guy that finished second in MVP voting, please.
Yeah.
Also, what if this was Omarion Hampton?
It could be Omarion Hampton.
I'm going to guess Will Johnson, but imagine it is Omarion Hampton.
I feel like Harbaugh passing on Will Johnson would be kind of crazy.
Will Johnson must like actually suck at football if Harbaugh and Jesse Minter pass on him.
Yeah, he might not have a knee if that's the case.
His defensive coordinator would be passing on him also, not just Harbaugh.
Yeah.
This has got to be Will Johnson. Like if it's not Will Johnson, like he might fall to like day 3. Also, Bucks should trade up for Will Johnson if that happens.
Apparently, the Chargers might trade this pick.
Okay. What is the report saying?
Oh, they're talking about Sanders now.
They're talking about Will Johnson, it sounds like.
Oh, maybe we're on.
People are worried about Will Johnson's knee.
Yeah.
I think we're on different streams. I was going to say Field Yates for me is talking about Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, you're on the ESPN stream.
I'm on NFL Network.
Yeah, we're on watching NFL Network. Okay. Draft day hype. What's good, D-Belt? Yeah, the answer to what quarterback should you draft in the middle of the range, like QB 10 to 21, the answer is yes. Draft them all. In my humble ass opinion. Because Baker's a certified dog. That's all I'm saying. Your McDonald's order is running a bit behind. No, sir.
We got McDonald's.
Yeah. Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
You got McDonald's?
Nah.
Sending a dasher. Okay, can we figure it out? Hampton to KC. Just need that CEH taste out of my mouth. Danny's fried right now. My God. You guys are fucking haters, bro.
Debo, you like that?
What does one have to do to gain some respect? Is 40 touchdowns not enough?
Ask Dak.
Has Dak ever had 40 touchdowns?
All purpose, probably.
That doesn't sound like a yes.
You can look it up.
All purpose.
He was on pace for it once.
I don't know. Maybe I've paid it, but I don't think I've ever heard of all-purpose touchdowns.
In 2021, he had, this is what was his closest.
I'd love to see him with Liam
He had
Cohn.
38 touchdowns.
I'd
So
love
no,
to
he
see
is
him with
not.
Liam Cohn.
Huh?
What about in 2020?
Liam Cohen's a fraud, certified.
No, I don't believe you.
Brother, not only did Baker have 40 touchdowns, we're talking all-purpose touchdowns, which is a thing apparently. Brother, he had 44.
Wow, nice. Liam Cohen's the GOAT.
He is really not. Dude, how does a guy have 44 touchdowns and people are like, oh, he's still Baker? 44 touchdowns? Like, are we good?
Baker. Undertaker.
Well, that's like a top 10 mark in NFL history.
Let him cook.
$40 for some cold McChicken and soggy fries. Danny's smoking on the highest grade of copium. Can they announce this fucking pick?
Chargers did something fun apparently because Connor Chargers.
Okay, don't spoil it.
I'm not.
I'm just waiting
Please
for
be Omarion.
I think it might be a reasonable possibility here that there was no dashers out
Oh, probably.
in my area. Like I live in a town of very minute population.
They take Omarion, bro.
What if they take Matthew Golden?
That would be pretty fun.
Jaden Higgins.
Did my order get canceled? Like dead ass?
They said fuck you.
I think my order got canceled.
Ooh.
Wow. Yes, the Mecha Buka is good.
Wow.
I love it, dude. We got some fun. Welcome to Irrelevance, Najee Harris. Because Omarion Hampton's coming to town with that 22nd overall draft capital to an offense that will appreciate his size, his power, his athleticism, 4.46 40-yard dash, 93rd percentile speed score, 9.70 IRAS, coming down to run behind Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. Sure-handed receiver, too. And you got a guy in Justin Herbert who has peppered his running backs many, many, many times in the past. And he's going to break tackles. He's going to produce. Little bit of nuance running is a bit of his issue, I think. Move repertoire, foot quickness, some of that stuff. But, I mean, dude, you're running behind this offensive line. This is going to be fun.
Jim Harbaugh tendencies in an offense led by Justin Herbert. We saw last year J.K. Dobbins be an RB1 in fantasy, and that was with him splitting work with Gus Edwards. I'll tell you right now, he is in my second tier of running backs in Dynasty, right behind Devon Achane at number 5 overall.
So, sir, would you select him over Travis Hunter?
No.
No?
No.
I mean, we did basically get reports already saying that he's going to play
I
wide
don't know
receiver.
if I'd even select him over Tet, to be honest.
I probably would.
I don't think that's a doubt.
I think you can make an argument for both. Is more what I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah. So here's to give you guys the numbers behind like the caliber of prospect Tet is and the caliber of prospect that Hampton is. Tedero McMillan is narrowly missing the league winner tier of the wide receiver model, but let's just say, because he is technically a wide receiver 1 upside prospect, not a league winner, even though he's very close, literally 0.5% away from it. The projected hit rate of a player like McMillan is a 40% chance at a wide receiver 1 season. It's a 60% chance that he peaks as a wide receiver 1 on the Dynasty open market. So you're talking about a pretty good hit rate there. But then when you look at Hampton, you go over to the running back position, who is a workhorse running back prospect, same tier as Genty for what it's worth. Genty obviously on the higher end of the tier, almost into the generational tier, but he is technically in the same tier as Genty in terms of his prospect profile. And workhorse running back prospects from a hit rate standpoint hit peak RB1 in Dynasty 100% of the time, 100%. And hit 15 plus points per game in terms of just raw fantasy output, same 15 plus points per game that a Ted McMillan would hit 83% of the time they hit. So, I mean, if we're going just purely off of hit rates, I think it's got to be Hampton over McMillan.
Yeah. I think
But
that's
it's close. I mean, if you needed a wide receiver and you picked 103 or whatever.
103 for me. 103 for me, Brayson.
Yeah, it's
I'm taking Hunter.
It's a great landing spot, man. It's a really, really good landing spot for Hampton. Danny's gonna copium his way into Hunter. I might get there too. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's a great spot. Great spot for Hampton for sure.
How about both?
It's gonna be hard for Judkins to beat that as a Judkins RB2 stand. Gonna be hard for Judkins to beat that. If he goes to like Minnesota with the next pick.
Or did you change your guess officially?
I'm saying Matthew Golden here.
To Hampton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Hampton as my guess.
You did change your guess?
Did you?
I never changed it, period. I just said I was the first one who said Hampton, wasn't I?
Well, no, I thought you talked about
you said Will Johnson.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
you said Will Johnson.
I did say Will Johnson.
I was like tweaking. I was like,
did you
what?
both say Hampton?
No, I said Will Johnson. I thought we all said Will Johnson.
I think we all originally said Will Johnson, but I think Corey was talking about potentially changing. I just don't know if you did officially.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Sorry.
Because we were talking about it because somebody said Chargers with a bunch of exclamation points. I said, what if they actually took Hampton?
Right.
And we started talking about that.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
The score, by the way, right now is 12 for Fled, 11 for Danny, 10 for me.
Okay.
I'm
saying Matthew Golden here.
Apparently Green Bay might trade out. So.
Oh, okay. If Green Bay picks Matthew
Golden. They make a pick, I'm gonna roll with Jahad Campbell if they make the selection.
Wow, imagine.
Yeah. Everyone's saying Hampton or Hunter is tough. Yeah, like I don't disagree. This is going to be crazy to figure out the rankings. I would say generally what it's materializing as so far is, as of this current moment, I can't say Hunter's in the tier of his own at 102 because I do think that many people will potentially take Hampton at 102, like most of the people in the chat are saying, and even maybe McMillan at 102. So I would say the tier is probably those three guys, 102 104.
Respectfully, I view Travis Hunter as a generational wide receiver, and I think he has the opportunity to be the wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. So no, I'm not taking Hampton over him.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you guys, Danny's stubborn as shit. You ain't going to convince him not to take Hunter at 102.
I'm taking the guy that I viewed as generational, that has Odell Beckham Jr. level upside. He has the opportunity to be the wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. I'm not passing on him.
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, the same thing applies to what I said about McMillan, which is he's also a wide receiver 1 upside prospect.
I don't view him on the same tier as talent as Travis Hunter personally. And I think Travis Hunter is going to play full-time wide receiver.
That's fine. But he also does have Brian Thomas to compete with, and we're not sure his quarterback is good.
No doubt. Yeah. I mean, you're the Trevor Lawrence guy.
I am the Trevor Lawrence guy, and I'm starting to be concerned that he's not good. So that should say a lot.
We'll see.
And they definitely 100% canceled my
They made
order.
the investment in him. Oh, that's cuck.
Devastating.
What are we all saying for this? I said Matthew Golden.
I don't even know. The pick still isn't in. I think they're trying to trade out of it. I just don't know if they'll find a partner for it. But
is Brian Thomas chopped liver? Yeah. Like I will say, Danny, I think mathematically speaking, you cannot be this high on Hunter and Brian Thomas without being very, very high on Lawrence.
I think Brian Thomas Jr. is insane. I also think they're going to be an offense that's consolidated 80% of the production from those two wide receivers.
Which means Lawrence is going to be
human. No, that's just saying that those two specifically are going to function as extremely high volume targets because I don't see anybody else on that roster that will command volume.
Kirk's on the Texans now, Pete.
Yeah,
Go Golden too, by the way.
Golden.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Jahad Campbell here. With these landing spots, do I try and move 2 first next year to get 103? Already have 102. That way I could get Hampton and Hunter. I don't think it's an outrageous thing to do. If you got 2 projected mid to late 26 ones and you want to do that to secure both of these guys, I think that's fine. Personally, are you on the same page? I think I'd be fine doing that.
Yeah.
If they're projected late, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Devon said, is there still not still a chance Jags use Hunter as a majority corner? There is a chance, but they did come out already and say that he's going to play wide receiver first.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty telling that they're already saying that.
Yeah.
I was worried too when they made the
draft
pick
capital
initially.
is
I was like,
telling too.
I'm kind of worried that they might play him at corner.
I always said I thought the draft capital was indicative. You do that for a position that you think can make $40 million per year at some point in his career.
Yeah, they go mega pass heavy and look like the Bengals. Burrow is significantly better than Lawrence is the difference.
Fair. But there's also more ancillary targets on the Bengals than there are in Jacksonville.
There are no ancillary targets on the Bengals.
Chase Brown, Mike Gesicki had a pretty good year this past year.
Mike Gesicki, that's the ancillary target.
Comparative to what we have on the Jaguars, Brenton Strange and Travis Etienne, if he even gets those snaps.
I think
Etienne's not even going to. Is Etienne even going to be there by the end of the draft?
I think, call me crazy, but I think De'Ami Brown and Gabe Davis are better than any receivers that the Bengals have outside of Higgins and Chase.
I don't know.
Yeah, Igbuka to the Bucs is so fun, man. I'm actually so excited about that pick.
Where do we rank him?
Yeah, literally. Basically
19?
goes, you did not just make an argument about Gesicki and Chase Brown. I think you're coping personally.
Compared to the Jaguars, yes.
I love Hunter, man. I love him. I absolutely love him. But you can't have it both ways. You better be.
I think it's going to be an extremely consolidated target share.
Okay, extremely consolidated target shares result in seasons like Baker Mayfield just had, and my camera just died.
Yeah. I think I'm going to put my sweater on after this. We took Tyler Booker at 12. Fuck.
It's okay. We may have taken a guard at 4, so. Albeit a better guard, but. Holy buddy, make the pick. Wow.
There it is.
I didn't think they'd do it.
There it is.
I bet that.
Jared goes, Danny, go to bed, buddy.
Oh, shit. Now
There goes Danny's camera. That's so funny. Oh, my God. Buck sniping my Broncos really might make fight for the Russians. What does that even mean?
No, the Bucks sniping my Broncos really might make me fight for the Russians. I don't know.
That's funny. We need a third person to settle the debate. Yeah, we need to get Mason in here to talk some sense into Danny a little bit.
Wait, what were you guys talking about?
So my thing is, I get going, okay, Brian Thomas and Hunter, they could very easily be the best receiver duo in the league for the next 10 years. Very easily. But then also, Trevor Lawrence will be a stud.
Yeah.
You can't have it any other way.
I would say maybe not a stud, but a lot better than he's been, at least.
Yeah. Lawrence has to immediately become a top 10 fantasy quarterback this year. Probably.
Yeah. Also, Minnesota just picked in a heartbeat.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Matthew Golden.
Malachi Starks.
Okay.
I like that.
I like that. That's a decent option. I think Jahad Campbell. I'm gonna just keep saying it until he gets picked because I do think he probably would make sense for the Vikings. Let's talk about Matthew Golden because we kind of glazed over it here. Matthew Golden to the Green Bay Packers. Separator, hands catcher, technician, downfield usage, really good yards after the catch. When we broke down his film breakdown today, you're just kind of amazed that a guy that didn't produce at a high level is able to run routes like this. Like honestly, like it is one of those watch the tape guys. You have to really appreciate what the tape looks like to be able to work out what you can expect from a guy like Matthew Golden. So I think DJ has Brandon Cooks as the comp there. I think that makes some sense. Production wise, he makes, Henry Ruggs look like a productive receiver. So that's the issue. A lot of people have physicality, drops, a little bit zone coverage awareness, but Green Bay Packers don't have a receiver of this archetype, which I think is really exciting because if he develops into the type of guy that can be a number one receiver and be Jordan Addison or Chris Olave or some kind of archetype along that plane line, and you have Jaden Reed playing the slot and you have one of those bigger outside guys, whether it's Dubs or Wicks or whoever, I think he makes a lot of sense here. And once again, how many times have I talked about a quarterback in this tier getting a wide receiver upgrade? Jordan Love now gets a wide receiver upgrade with Matthew Golden. And I'm going to try and place what I think of Golden in terms of my dynasty rankings like we've been kind of doing throughout here. I got to go through this reasonably here because Golden with 23rd overall draft capital, we kind of all expected him to go in the first round. So it's not overly surprising that it happened. Looking at who I would rather have. Yeah, I think he's definitely ahead of these guys. I think gun to my head right now. Yeah, I'd rather probably have Matthew Golden than Jalen Waddle, give or take. I think he's probably right around along this plane. Ayuk probably too. Given the injury, you got to worry about that. I think, yeah, Golden's probably right around this exact same range that Egbuka was. Like, I realize there's a lot of people that don't like Matthew Golden's profile, and I would prefer a Emeka Egbuka as well, even though I think Golden could go higher just given landing spot and immediate production potential. I really like this for Matthew Golden. I like the prospect I always have, even though he doesn't have a great profile. I'm willing to overlook it to some degree because I think the film is excellent. I think it's really, really strong film, and he's could be a stud, man. This could be fun for Jordan Love. So that's my take on Matthew Golden. I don't know. Am I outrageous putting him this high?
No.
Like, I think the lowest I could get on him is like here, give or take. Like, again, you want to see Jameson Williams ahead of him, George Pickens, whatever. Like, I think you could maybe make that argument.
Or DJ Moore maybe ahead of him. I might.
Yeah, Mason's saying Jameson over him. Like, dude, the Lions don't even want Jameson.
These guys kind of all are in the same tier, though. Like, there's not much separating any of these guys, really.
It's a dope suit that Golden has on, too.
Oh, yeah, that is.
It's kind of drippy. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is about the rate. Like, Jalen Waddle kind of stinks these days. Like, am I really going to take Jalen Waddle over a 22-year-old guy who's like a reroll could be better than him already? I don't know. I think this is a reasonable place to put him, personally.
Where did you put him?
Like right around this like Ayuk, Waddle, Golden-ish range. That's not the right one.
To interrupt really quickly, the Giants and Rams are trading.
Really?
Wow. 25, 26. We had a 26 in our mock.
We did.
What did you guys say? I said Starks, right?
Starks, yeah. And
I said Jahad.
Campbell, yeah. And we were all wrong.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. Seems kind of
okay.
It's kind of like a reach.
Didn't they literally sign 2 guards in free agency?
Yeah. You might want to move your camera back just a smidge, by the way. They did sign 2 guards in free agency. That is correct. Maybe they're going to play him at tackle. He played left tackle pretty much all of last year with
Simmons.
With Simmons.
By the way, I moved Golden to wide receiver 25 in Dynasty.
Wait, so Schefter tweeted that they traded with the Rams, but on my feed it just said they traded with the Texans. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, it shows after.
Yeah, it's with the Texans. Yeah, it looks like it's with the Texans. They're hopping the Rams because they think the Rams could take a quarterback. Probably.
Milrow.
I think this is Dart, personally.
Guess probably Dart.
Or Shadur.
Could be Shadur. Yeah, I guess Shadur's on the board still.
That'll be my guess. I'll guess Shadur.
Imagine the Jaguars took Shadur. I'm just kidding. They don't actually have a second-round pick.
No, not anymore.
I put on my beater shirt, by the way.
Your beater shirt?
Wear to bed.
Who wears a shirt to bed?
Oh yeah, you're weird. You like the
okay.
nipples, then, eh?
Am I weird, chat?
Nah,
Or
you
I
get
haven't worn a
on.
shirt to bed since I was maybe 3 years old.
Oh come on, you got to be a little comfy.
Not a shot, dude. Wearing a shirt to bed is psycho energy.
Sometimes when it's really cold, though, you got to put a shirt on.
Yeah, you got to be a little chilly
Yeah,
sometimes.
this is the correct take. No one wears a shirt to bed.
Come on, am I weird?
Yes. No shirt. What the fuck? Yeah.
Like, if you're wearing a shirt 365, then you're weird. Yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
whole time.
Like, dude, you're wearing a shirt in like the summertime.
Yeah, like that's
No.
It was 25 degrees out, so Evan. Yeah, like I wear a hoodie to bed.
Okay, that's even worse.
I wear mittens to bed. Like that's what you might as well have just typed.
Yeah, when we were in Brooklyn, Bush went full commando.
What? No, I wore boxers like a normal person. I wore boxers and no shirt like a regular human being. The most common sleep attire for all men on the face of the earth who are above
Mason,
the age
you'd
of
never
3
wear a
years old.
shirt.
Everybody wear
Condoms.
condoms to bed.
Fuck, I'm getting cooked.
You always got to be prepared.
Yeah, Daddy wears socks to bed certifiably.
Oh, that's gross.
Who's the biggest
that's
team
weird.
winner so far? I mean,
Cowboys
hard
with
not to-
Tyler Booker.
it's hard not to say Cleveland comes out as a pretty big winner, just given what they got in the return for the
Jaguars.
trade. But I mean, they also may have just admitted that they don't want a Hall of Fame player.
New
Jaguars.
England, baby.
New England, Will Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
I think I really like. I'm trying to think what a team did that I really enjoy. I think everyone's kind of just having a solid, fine draft for the most part. Nobody's like
doing
blowing
the
me away.
fundamentals.
Yeah.
Ashton Genty.
Is this Sanders or is this Dart
This is Dart.
or is this Milrow?
My guess is Sanders.
Brother, you need to put a charged battery in it.
That would have been a good point.
Guy's off one right now.
To lunch.
My man's gonna come on tomorrow's live stream. His camera's gonna die in 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
Who didn't win? Cowboys. That is the correct answer. Bucks don't count. I didn't say the Bucks. I didn't say them. I'm just trying to think of like who had an excellent pick. I think Jahdae Barron for Denver is a pretty sweet pick, knowing that they have Surtain to lock down. Like having playmakers around a lockdown guy is such a like fun advantage to have on a secondary. So I really like the Barron pick for them.
The Panthers getting Tet is big.
Bryce Young has got to be a huge winner for sure. If the Giants hit on a quarterback here, they will go down as the best draft. Yeah, I mean, you draft a quarterback and it's not, a top 5 pick or whatever. Especially when you got Abdul Carter to walk. Yeah, you walk away with a QB and Abdul Carter, like huge.
Did you see it like 5 minutes after they took Carter-ish? I forget who it was, but someone was tweeting about like apparently their plan is to keep Thibodeau now.
Yeah, I mean,
and just
why
like
not?
take them, I guess. That'd be like that's insane. Like depth.
If you can't get anything for him, like
Yeah.
just keep him. You can never have too many pass rushers. Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, like fucking get one of them in the inside. Who cares?
Even Dexter Lawrence in the inside too. Like that's got to be one of the best fronts in the league.
Dex will take up so much space that if you rush 4 on a play, put Dex at the 5 tech, he'll double team someone and run Burns and Thibodeau from one of them on the inside and just run a stunt to the outside with Abdul on the other side. Like you can do a lot with that. Like I think the Eagles winning the Super Bowl is a pretty good example of what you could do when you have a lot of pass rush depth. And like worst case scenario, you try and trade Thibodeau at the deadline during the season.
So they gave up a second and 2/3.
This is an insane comment. Barron really is goonable, let's be honest. Omari in stock. Yeah, that's juicy for Hampton, man. That is juicy.
The Falcons just moved up to
The Falcons just moved up.
26.
That's Jihad.
Trade out.
That's Jihad Campbell for sure.
So wait, so I wonder if the Giants traded up are going to take LA's quarterback and then LA traded down because of it.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
possible. Oh, did we make a prediction here?
I said Sanders, Danny said Dart, and then you, I don't know.
I'm gonna say Shadur here too.
Yeah.
Danny guesses Mike Green for the. He types it in the chat. Look at this fucking idiot. Danny guesses Mike Green. Danny Green, not that guy. Mike Green for the Falcons. Dart for the Giants. All right.
Oh.
You see it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
So that means unless there's another trade up, Sanders is not going in the first round.
Yeah.
He could go to Cleveland now, just in the second round.
Cleveland's got ammunition, man.
Yeah.
Wow. All righty. Everyone's been saying they like Dart, man. Makes sense. All right. Let's get it going, Jackson. The newest New York Giant. First round pick, Jackson Dart. Also, shout out to me. I have Devi shares of this human, and I got a first round quarterback out of it. 6'2", 223, 22 years old. Really tough, good arm talent. Mobility's pretty solid as well. Decision making was a non-issue for a young player, and efficiency as a player. Like he moved his offense along. I get it was a Mickey Mouse scheme and all that kind of stuff, but get your first downs, create a positive EPA. That's what he was asked to do, and that's what he did. The one issue I saw with Jackson Dart when I was watching him is he doesn't have a great deep ball right now. I think touch is kind of a bit of an issue for him, just generally speaking, but definitely on the deep ball. Field vision wise, I think he can kind of get lost in some of his reads.
Chicken with his head cut off under pressure.
Yeah, that's the biggest weakness, is that when the pocket breaks down, he's not the type of quarterback that's going to escape and create and all that kind of stuff. I think he kind of he looks at the pressure, stares down the pressure, doesn't necessarily thrive under pressure. Let's just put it that way. So
like he can make plays under pressure, but his pocket manipulation specifically is where I'm concerned.
Are you gonna put a battery in your camera, or
I'm waiting for it to charge because I don't know if the other two are charged right now.
why don't you just try?
I was just talking while the player code was on the screen.
Yeah, for sure. There's on the back of your screen, it'll show when you put a battery in, it'll show what the battery life is.
Okay.
What do we got here? Where does Dart go in rookie drafts now? Yeah, this is a good question. Jackson Dart or the two tight ends? Where are people going to take these players? That would be my first question. If you're in a rookie draft and let's say you needed a third quarterback, like you have two good quarterbacks already, and you could use a tight end upgrade because you have Dallas Goedert and some other guy, are you taking Warren, Loveland, or Dart?
No premium?
No premium, let's say.
Probably Dart, just because.
And then a half premium, would the answer change?
No, I think it'd have to be a little more than a half premium for it to change.
Okay, that's interesting. So where, like, let me rank Dart among quarterbacks right now. There just simply isn't any quarterbacks after the 22 classic names where you like the last of that group being, or the 23, sorry, after Jared Goff. Because after Jared Goff or after Michael Penix or Tua, whatever you rank at the end of that tier, the next quarterback is probably Sam Darnold or Geno Smith or Justin Fields, if you're a Justin Fields guy. Jackson Dart, I would think, has to be in that tier at the very least. And probably...
Wait, who'd you say? Darnold, Fields, and who?
Geno, probably.
I'd probably take him above all three, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I would too. Darnold might stink.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was old.
Darnold's got to be one of the weirdest guys to rank because, like,
Fields certifiably stinks. Also,
yeah, is he really that good? Like, I don't think so. Oh, what the fuck?
what did the Falcons do? Something crazy?
The Rams got the Falcons' first round pick next year.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are the Falcons about to take a quarterback? I think this has got to be. It's got to be for premium position, then, right?
I mean, I actually kind of agreed with Danny and Mike Green, but like, do you really get up an extra first for that? Like, I don't know.
What did the Saints do again?
Banks? Is that right?
Was it Banks? Yeah, it was Banks. Yeah.
I think
I was gonna say, what is my division doing?
I guess I'll guess Mike Green, but giving up an extra first for Mike Green kind of seems insane.
Yeah. I'm gonna still stick with Geog Campbell. I think he's the best player.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if giving up a first round pick for that is
Giving Marcus Davenport a little bit.
yeah.
Like remember the Marcus Davenport trade when everyone thought they were coming up for Lamar?
This might be an insane question, but is there protections on picks in the NFL?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a NBA thing and NHL thing. Yeah. I hate being a Falcons fan. Oh my god.
Good.
Mason just used desktop cam. Danny's lost in space right now. He's probably looking for his batteries. They're probably in his drink.
I think it's a minus 150. Danny doesn't show up for the rest of the draft. He might already be asleep on the couch, honestly.
Yeah. Danny needs nuggies to charge up. Neighbor stock. I mean, he's got a quarterback that can throw the football.
I was gonna say, I actually think the Giants is a very good landing spot too.
Yeah, I think so. Dayball and Schoen are going to be under a lot of pressure, obviously, but this could buy them some time, right? Like you get a half decent rookie season out. Like if he plays like Bo Nix, even like 80% of Bo Nix his rookie season, he probably buys them another year.
We've said it all along. The best way to save your job is to hit on a quarterback. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah, but the problem is, what if he doesn't play much or struggles or whatever? Then you might all be getting canned, and the Giants will be picking high, and they might pick another quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's the tough thing is like NFL teams have now shown that just because they drafted a first-round quarterback, especially when it was 25 overall or whatever, that if the Giants have the first pick in the draft next year, like they'll probably take a quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
wait. Oh yeah.
Why are they showing next gen stats draft tracker right now? Like it's a.
What did the Giants give up?
This is Donovan Ezeraku, by the way, for the Ravens. That would be my guess.
I actually probably would have guessed James Pierce, but
if I have the 103 and I'm trying to compete, who do I take? My question to you, Brad, would be: do you need a running back more or a wide receiver more? Because I would be cool in either case. Need a wide receiver more, take Tet McMillan or Travis Hunter. If you need a running back more, taking Hampton. But I would imagine, for the most part, I think that the consensus will value Amari and Hampton as the 102. I think that's what probably will end up happening in most people's leagues. But we'll see.
Hold on. Exactly sure. Add to this, the Rams got a second round pick and next year's first.
What?
Yeah, they got 46 overall, I think it said.
Goodness gracious, dude.
That's a huge steal.
Big steal. Yeah, I would say Dart's probably going to go near the 1-2 turn in rookie drafts, depending on the tight ends and some of the other running back landing spots. Danny's just all over the place again. But yeah, interesting spot nonetheless, for sure.
How high is my camera? Can you guys see my
your shirt when you were gone?
Sorry, I was looking at something.
That's a deep V right there.
And it wasn't that deep 5 minutes ago. I don't know what the hell you did, but
the shirt just dragged down a little bit.
Well, maybe if you didn't sleep in it. This guy's going to change his shirt. We bullied him into not taking his shirt, changing his shirt. Oh my god. Knowing NHL lore is kind of crazy.
Wait,
I'm
what?
not gonna lie, YDD, you're absolutely firing me up with some of these comments. You've thrown some elite ones. Love Canadians. I appreciate you. Honestly, Falcons are making me feel better about being a Browns fan.
Dude, I can't believe they got a second rounder and next
I'm
year's.
chilling.
What the hell?
Isn't James Pierce kind of a head case? Like, isn't that what
Yeah.
people have said about him?
He's a
Wait,
knucklehead.
not so much, right?
What are you doing, my man?
Adjusting the camera.
Oh, goodness.
There we go, I think.
All
I don't
right.
think I did it right, actually. What?
Fuck. I'm putting this train wreck in the back seat until he gets his camera figured out.
Oh man.
Damn, he already got his PJs on, probably his sweat at the bed. I would want to trade out of Dart if he shows any flashes. Yeah, I mean, if he show, I liked his film, man. I thought he had good film, and I actually think the system that they're going to run there with Dayball is actually a pretty good fit for him. And like his deficiencies being like pocket presence kind of scare me a little bit because they don't really have a good offensive line. But they have Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston in place to the point that I think you can kind of wait to put Dart out there. I mean, if you're losing a bunch of games and you're a team that needs to win to save jobs, that would worry me. But I don't know. Sit him for a couple of games, see what happens. I think it could work.
I moved him to 24.
Yeah, that's the only right answer.
Really?
Right? Because everybody knows the 23 first. The first guys in some order. Whatever guy you have at 23 is on you. But like I have Jared Goff, Michael Penix, Tua Tagovailoa kind of near the end of that range.
Oh no, when I did it, I thought it was a pretty hot take.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I think it's pretty easy for me to say that.
What are we guessing for the Ravens?
I said Donovan Ezeraku.
Jahad Campbell.
Yeah, I think he might just have a blown pec or something.
Watch him go to the Cowboys for 44.
I would gladly take him in the second round for the Bucks.
Mike Green's still available, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take Mike Green.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Jahad Campbell, Amon Warrior, Will Johnson, Shadur, Mike Green, Malachi Stark still on the board too. This could be a Raven.
I've had a miserable draft.
In terms of bets?
Yeah. And in terms of the Cowboys.
So I actually have this this pick. Oh my God, dude. I took Dart over 24.5 and he went pick 25.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I hedged it.
Let's go, dude. That's a dub. Also, Ravens D-line edge first pick was also one of the ones that I had. So any edge D-lineman would be appreciated.
Dude, I'm getting fucking obliterated.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a Ravens pick.
Wow.
God damn it.
It's a good pick too.
No bet for me.
The Lions next.
For what it's worth, if I had hit that bet, I'd be actually pretty close to breaking even, just off of the Dart, Golden, Genty, and then if the under offensive players hit. How many offensive players have gone in this first round?
Well, like 10.
There's been what, 6 offensive linemen?
Here, I'm gonna check the tracker since we're pretty well ahead.
Two running backs, 2 quarterbacks.
It's been at least 3 offensive tackles, 3 interior guys too, I think. Plus 2 QB.
Tracker, 2 tight ends.
It's definitely more than 10. It's got to be pretty close to like 14, maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm probably screwed because I think we've had 3 straight up guards.
Yeah,
Zabel, Booker, and then the Donovan Jackson that the Vikings took.
3 tackles.
2 tight ends, that's 5.
3
2
tackles.
quarterbacks is 7. 3 tackles is 10.
Yeah.
2 running backs.
Running
And
back.
how many wide receivers have gone already too? Yeah, I'm screwed. It's already hit probably.
4.
The over's probably already hitting.
If Hunter would count, it'd be 4. Yeah.
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 But even still, I think it's well over.
Wait, what was the number? Would you get it at?
15.5.
Oh yeah, no, I think you're cooked.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
Detroit pick is in.
How far are Ashton Genty and Amarian Hampton in terms of dynasty rankings? So I have Genty at 3, but he's in a tier with Bijan and Gibbs at the top in that first tier. And then I have Hampton at 5 behind Devon Achane. But you could make the argument that he should be 6 or whatever behind Saquon. I wouldn't really argue with you if you were.
Where do you think he'll go in startups? Third round, early fourth? Probably third round.
I think probably the third-ish round. Third, maybe mid-third, late third.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Malachi Starks falling to the Ravens he's going to be an all-pro. Like, I can already just sense it.
Plug next to Kyle Hamilton.
It's going to be a sweet fucking pick for them.
Who's Detroit going to take?
Cowboys need a kicker around too.
Who's Detroit going to take?
I think this could be Mike Green here.
Yeah.
There's got to be an edge rusher, right?
I'm going to go with Mike Green, yeah.
Ready for Chiefs and Commanders pick. Considering the landing spot, it does seem to me like the gap between Genty and Hampton is less than it was before the draft. I think it's still
6th overall.
I don't give a shit about Genty going to the Raiders, man. He's going to get every touch he can possibly handle.
6th overall.
Would it have been better if he went to the Bears or the Cowboys? Yeah, but like it's 6th overall, like you said.
Yeah, for sure.
Need a running back to Washington or KC to break even. 14, Evan said. Is it actually only 14 that have gone in the first round? Because I actually then have a chance if that's the case.
That makes sense.
Like, as long as we just get defensive players here.
I mean, I think Washington's taking one. Unless they trade.
It has to be more than 14 because there's been 6 offensive linemen, 4 receivers. That's 10.
There's been 7 offensive linemen, I think, hasn't there?
Well, like at least 6. So that's 10. Okay. 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs,
2 tight ends. Yeah, no, it's cooked. It's cooked. Harbaugh is going to stay committed to the run game and investing in O-line. Yeah. Do you count Hunter? Even if Hunter doesn't count, I think I'm still screwed. I
don't think Hunter counts on the book, by the way, because I think they're cornerback regardless on the book.
Yeah, Jaden Higgins to Buffalo incoming. That'd be kind of fun.
My God, could you imagine? All right, so are we all saying Mike Green to the Lions?
No, I'm taking Ravel.
Ravel. Okay. I'll take Donovan Ezeraku just to be different.
Who's the biggest winner tonight? We'll say out of prospects.
Jackson Dart, I think. Getting first round capital is probably.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Yeah. Gotta be Jackson Dart, I think.
Omarion Hampton, 22 to the Chargers is probably the second one.
Tet too. McMillan.
Yeah, I think McMillan getting top 10 draft capital is bigger than Hampton going to the Chargers. Because I think we all kind of expected him to go in the 20s, and there was all good landing spots there.
Fair.
Yeah, Tech could have fallen to like 27. Like, it sounds like, you know what I mean? Like, that could have been
two guys for a thumbnail. Jackson Dart's for sure one of them.
Yeah,
I would say Omarion Hampton the second one.
Biggest loser, I don't even know. I feel like they've all got
using this stream as ChatGPT is funny. Hampton over JSN. If you had to make a trade, would you rather have Hampton or JSN?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hampton.
I mean, would just depend on what you needed. I think if you needed a running back, it's fine. Tyler Booker is the biggest winner. Would love to see Henderson to Washington. Yeah, Washington.
Biggest loser is Danny. Biggest loser is Dallas.
Yes, Ashlyn, I will make that. The video I breaking down the schemes and whatnot. I will do that post draft.
We took Tyler Booker at 12 overall.
Yeah. In terms of let us know in the chat, by the way, what do you guys want to see like immediately, especially if you have a rookie draft like tomorrow or Sunday or whatever, or not tomorrow, I guess, but like Saturday or Sunday, starting like immediately. What do you want to see as soon as possible? Because the goal, I think, will be to get the running backs to target and avoid video out Saturday night, like as in after day 3. Tyleek Williams, okay. And then wide receivers to target and avoid, and then like some other stuff, like very, very important things we're going to try and get out immediately for you guys. So, because we're sicko. Like, there's drafts that we have, like, our rankings, first of all, I know Arthur's a site subscriber. Our rankings will be updated as we go along. Updated rookie mock, rookie tiers. Yeah, we could do a top 24 updated rankings for sure right away. We'll probably do that Sunday afternoon or something.
Yep. I'm down.
Biggest loser is probably Sanders. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I was on the right track when I said, like, I don't think an NFL team's gonna be stupid enough to spend a top 3 pick on this guy. It's funny too that I have Sanders and Dart in our Debbie Disciples League. And I was like, I might have 2 first-round quarterbacks, and then I was like, no, it's probably just Sanders, and now it's actually just Dart.
Maybe. By the way, Tyler Booker describes his play style as a legal assault. Booker has also said, I make guys not love football anymore. Interesting.
Bro, over under 200 days before this guy has a domestic issue. That's like weird statements that he said.
Not love football anymore.
Yeah. I have 101, even though I was a contender last year. Quarterbacks are Burrow and Carr. Just stick and pick Genty, or would you consider trading back? Just take Genty, bro. Mock draft lobbies are live.
We should do some after the NFL draft.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to bed at like midnight. I'm not trying to stay up.
Not today.
Yeah, we could do some tomorrow potentially.
I meant like after the NFL draft, like we know the landing spots.
Start tomorrow.
What else we got? Non-Cowboys fan 1.5 miles from the stadium. My friends are having a meltdown. Yeah, rookie tier rankings and mocks. Yeah, well, also again, I just want to reiterate, like our rookie rankings will like as they come, the picks come in, we're updating them, so they're going to be updated immediately. But we'll make videos on them as well. Biggest loser, Corey's canceled McDonald's. I'm so pissed.
I don't know. Well, who's the worst loser? Me for Tyler Booker or Corey's canceled McDonald's?
Don't forget Maria's she was going to take a couple of my fries.
She's going to take oh yeah. Didn't you guys say wings initially?
Well, yeah. I officially hate the Buccaneers. Snoog tweeted.
Danny's bedtime shirt's a big loser too.
It took a beating.
Bedtime shirt might have to be retired to the wood.
It was covered. It had a little bit of sauce on it.
V grew 3 sizes.
Yeah. I can confirm, as somebody who shared lodging with Danny for a significant period of time just 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago in New York, I don't think Danny didn't wear that shirt once, and it was grimy by the end of this.
Every night I was wearing that blue shirt, baby.
That's dude, like just
shirt.
Why wouldn't you just not wear a shirt?
Dude, the bedtime shirts always have some sauce on them.
You're putting something dirty on you before bed. Like that would piss me off.
It's a bedtime shirt. It's not that dirty. It's just like
it was dirty by the end of the day. There was pits.
It was a little bit dirty.
It's just grimy. Like
I showered every morning.
But like you put a dirty shirt on before bed.
It wasn't that dirty. I just wore it around the house.
It had pit stains on it when you put it on the last night.
I was wearing it.
Oh my god. That's legal assault right there.
Fuck.
103, 104 is up in the air now. Not really. Like I think it's a pretty clear tier to me. I think it's very clearly Hunter and McMillan.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's pretty clear.
Can you realistically make the case for any of them in any of those spots?
I think so. Yeah, I think you can. I think taking McMillan 102 might be a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: do you think Ward belongs in that tier?
Probably.
Maybe.
I think you could make the argument for it
if you need a quarterback. That shirt did have a lot of vitamin E on it.
Yeah, so much vitamin E on it.
I would lather the vitamin E across my chest and then hook that shirt right over top.
Ashlyn, you could fade Igbuka. I frankly would just understand that he's probably not going to be very productive year one and just hope that you're getting enough of a discount. And because the JSN and Odunze situations have happened in recent years, you probably will get a nice enough discount on Igbuka, probably 108 to 111, somewhere in that range.
That exact question just all depends on what type of league you're in.
Yeah. Because the other thing too is think about Odunze and JSN's rookie seasons realistically. If they had excellent underlying metrics, they're not buy lows going into year two. If Igbuka, let's say, has 650 yards because he doesn't play a full allotment of snaps or whatever, and he has 7 touchdowns and he had a 28% targets per route run or whatever, there won't be a discount. It depends on how good his rookie season is, relatively speaking. And Odunze and JSN had disappointing rookie seasons, objectively. A little bit, at least.
What are we picking for Washington? I'm going to take Henderson.
You give him Henderson, eh?
Who's picking?
That's a copium pick,
Washington?
but I like it.
I'll go. Who's the best edge rusher available? Mike Green.
As a Raku or Mike Green, probably.
I'll go Mike Green.
I'm gonna take Eamon Warrior.
Is that the safety?
Yeah.
He was like minus 1,400 to go round one.
Yeah, and he also had a perfect RAS score, and they just lost Jeremy Chin, who previously held that record.
We have been saying Mike Green for 15 picks.
Wow.
Okay.
A tackle.
Josh Connerly. Has anybody?
You can never go wrong with an offensive tackle.
Did I miss a counter since we last talked about it? Did anybody guess Jackson Dart? I don't think I
I did.
Yeah, I think only Danny did. Pretty sure.
And then who was the
Danny
next
guessed
pick?
Jackson
Because
Dart?
I guessed it in the chat. I'll remember who I guessed.
Yeah.
Who was the next pick?
I don't think anyone got the next pick.
Who was the team picking?
26 Minnesota, wasn't it? No.
No,
Yeah. I didn't guess
No, it was the Atlanta pick, the James Pierce one.
James Pierce.
Oh
No
yeah,
one-
no, I guessed Mike Green for that.
And anyone guessed Starks for the Ravens?
Danny got Starks.
Yeah, I got.
You got Starks?
Yeah, Danny.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no. I had Jahad Campbell. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
had
got
Jahad
Starks.
Campbell.
Wait,
I
someone-
got Starks, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, no. Did I? I don't remember.
Full transparency, I know I picked Jahad Campbell.
Didn't I say Starks because I was like, this is classic Ravens? They're gonna get us.
So
tailed you on Starks, but I don't even remember.
I don't know. I'm not the person to remember.
I was gonna say we can go back and watch it after.
Did anybody say Starks for the Ravens? Is my question. I think I did not say Starks because I remember I wanted them to take an edge rusher because I had
Campbell.
the bet.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I said Jahad.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god,
then
are
no
the
one got
Eagles going to get
Lions,
Jahad?
right?
Wait, what?
Are the
Lions
Eagles
take?
going to hit Jahad?
Yeah, who did the Lions take?
The Lions took who did they take?
Who the heck did
28.
the
Tyreek Williams.
Oh, yeah, no one got
Nobody
that.
guessed that. No, you can't even
No one
claim
got
that.
Connerly either. Okay, we're back on track.
Wait, so what's the score now?
12 for the both of you, and I only have 10, unfortunately.
We got to carry this over to round 2.
I really hope that Skillings is not spoiling a pick in the chat there because I will be ecstatic if that actually happened.
I'll guess M1 Worry.
I feel like it'd be a little too early for that because I don't like Buffalo hasn't even picked yet
Yeah.
I'll guess
I'll,
M1 Worry because their safeties are old.
for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffaloes. I could see this. Trying to think. Yeah, Ammon Warrior. Yeah, literally. Ammon Warrior is a good. Okay, you're not guessing. Oh, you're just guessing. Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna keep it on the train and go Mike Green again.
Yeah, that's a good
You
guess.
just hammer Mike Green until he gets picked.
So
I'll give them Donovan as a Raku because I've also guessed that 46 times. Wanye says, why aren't we valuing Cam Ward in the 102 to 103 range? My thought is this. Cam Ward is at best quarterback 13 to 15 in Dynasty right now. And I don't think he's even that high. I think he's QB 17 for me. I have him in the tier with Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, and Brock Purdy, but I do think he's at the end of that tier. So are you going to take the quarterback 17 in Dynasty, or are you going to take top 15 receivers, top 12 receivers, even potentially with Hunter
Top
and
3
McMillan,
receivers,
and a top 6 running back or top 5 running back? I think you're going to probably take those other guys in a startup over Cam Ward, personally, because he's not a perfect prospect. You know what I mean?
Even mean?
small school Deshaun Watson.
What does this even mean?
Like a
Does he do
small
some massage things?
massage person?
Oh,
I agree with Mason on this take, by the way. If the Chiefs took Henderson, he would be in that top tier, I think.
he'd be 105 for me.
I mean, I don't know if you could put him quite as high as 102, but
Him or McMillan, that would be the combo at 104.
Yeah, I think
And
there would be people that would take him over McMillan, but I would probably still take McMillan.
So like 104 to 106, dude, it would just increase the value of rookie picks at that point.
Yeah.
but you still take Hampton and Hunter over him, though.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Easily.
I don't know. Honestly, now that I think about it, you take Hampton versus Henderson would be close enough to me, I think.
I'd take Hampton.
the same caliber draft capital for what it's worth. Hit rate wise, there's
You
absolutely
pointed
no
out top
difference
25
between the
versus
22nd pick.
26
There's
on.
absolutely no difference between the 22nd pick and the 31st pick.
The Chiefs looking
I thought
really.
you said you pointed that to not be the case. I thought you said top 20 matters or top 25 matters.
No, top 10 matters. But
Yeah,
like
and there was, what
11
was the
through
second rank?
32 and 25
okay.
onward were the thresholds that I used. Yes. So I guess it would technically matter a little bit. We haven't had a huge sample size of running backs being taken in the 11 to 25 range. Like only like ETN and Gibbs and Najee have gone in that range like the last 5 years.
Pain.
For what it's worth, at least Henderson can play.
Oh man. I need Henderson to go off the board soon.
Maybe I'll speak his name. What if the Bills just took Judkins here? That'd be a curveball.
That'd be wild. Where the heck would James Cook go?
I don't know, somewhere where he thinks he can get $20 million a year.
Yeah, like AKA nowhere.
Yeah. He's getting them all hyped up. My wife is going to be pissed when I have a shirt for bed tonight.
So Ian Rappaport just tweeted that the Eagles are on the clock. You mean like did they jump one pick?
Yep. It looks like they did.
They did.
Why?
It's going to be Jahad Campbell. Watch.
Oh my God. They can't. This is going to be they can't keep getting away with this meme, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
They're going to get Jahad Campbell.
Or they'll get Mike Green.
I put it Emma Warrior, right?
Yeah, no one got it right.
No. Eagles just running it. Why does Mason Graham look like the Rizzler? It's bothering me. So they moved up one pick. Why do I low-key feel like this could be Luth?
Oh, please no. I need him to be a Patriot.
Is it me or are the Bills addicted to taking late first-round corners?
Yeah, and them never working out like Kyrie Long.
Tre'Davious White worked out.
Yeah, that's fair. What round is pick 164 even?
Sixth.
Sixth?
I
That's
think.
what they gave to move up.
Yeah. Or no, they said fifth. So it must be a fifth rounder. But it's a late. They were in the Super Bowl, so it's probably like a late fifth.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Burden falling out of the first was pretty expected. Like I definitely expected that to happen. Let me ask you this: do you think, let's say Burden goes to the Titans, the Patriots, some team that could use a wide receiver at the top of the second round, is consensus going to take him over Igbuka in drafts?
Probably not.
I would say so. If it's a Patriots,
let's say it's not the Patriots. Let's say it's
like
it's Houston, Tennessee, or Vegas, like one of those like more middle of the road teams.
Houston, 100%.
Okay, Tennessee or Vegas?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
You think they would take a second round Luther Burden to the Tennessee Titans over?
Because they would convince themselves too many mouths to feed. I think the market would.
Yeah. The wrong way to look at it, but I feel like
100%. And also, for what it's worth, my evaluation on both prospects too.
So you would do it. You'd be the dumbass.
It would be close. It would be really close.
Yeah.
If it's the Patriots or something like that, very comfortably.
If it's the Patriots, I think it's reasonable to do.
Yeah.
But then again, the Patriots also will never take Luther Burden because they will take the consensus wide receiver 16.
Kyle Williams.
Yeah, they'll take Savion Williams.
They'll take Jack Besh.
Oh, Savion Williams at the top of the second round would give me absolute.
Savion. Oh, don't even put that in existence, brother. That'd be
It's
the
for
worst.
it's-
Once the Cowboys take him, fucking, I would cry.
Yo, we preferred him straight up to Luther Burden. We think he can do similar things.
Actually, the worst part is they'll trade down, and the team that they trade with will take Luther Burden, and then they'll take Savion Williams.
We had the same grade on him.
Who?
I think this is Mike Green.
I think it's Jahan.
Okay, Maxwell Harrison's being kind of a treat, but I do want to see the last
Yo, Danny, who is
Okay.
picks here.
the guy the Cowboys took from Michigan?
Maybe onto the Cowboys, dude. I want to see
Taco
you guys
Charlton?
sprint. I want to see you guys take this for a sprint.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Who's the
On
the Cow-
stream? Luke Schoonmaker.
Yeah, I was Schoonmaker. We all just died laughing. That was so funny.
Luke fucking Schoonmaker in the
Dude,
second
go
round.
blue, baby.
That was a second round pick.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The horrid
58th
reach.
overall pick.
Giving Tristan Hill
Eh.
vibes.
At least it wasn't Tyler Booker, 12th overall pick.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's not a great one.
That reeks. I smell that. I stink it. It's stankin'.
Bedtime shirt.
Make it GoFundMe for bedtime shirts. Oh, like have you guys ever put Vicks on your like feet and you wear socks at night? Oh, it works. If you ever have a really bad cold, like sore throat, really congested, put Vicks on your feet before bed and wear socks to bed so that the Vicks like really gets in there and you'll wake up with like clear sinuses the next day. It sounds like crazy, but Maria's
Who's
told me
rubbing
about
who rubs them in for you?
Maria.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who do you think?
Who's gonna
Yeah.
rub it in for me?
I mean, I can also reach my own feet. I can rub stuff on my own feet.
So you're saying you lathered your feet and you had a problem with me lathering my chest?
Yeah. Mexican remedy. That is correct. That is what that is. Because her mom taught it to her. So yes, it is a Mexican remedy.
Corey likes a good old fashioned foot rub.
Why do I feel like this is going to be Trevion Henderson? Like I'm scared.
I hope so.
Wait, to the Eagles?
That's my prediction. It's going to be Trevion Henderson. I
still-
don't want to wish that evil into the atmosphere right now, but I think it might be Trevion Henderson.
What if they take Will Johnson?
Oh, Skillings and lube works too. I'm not trying to lube my feet up though.
Yeah, that's my new prediction. They're gonna take Will Johnson.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Great for the Eagles.
Oh my god, their secondary would be insane. Actually, I got it. I know who this is. This is Zeman Ware. I'm changing my pick to that. That's who I think it is. If they take Henderson, I'm going to be mad for multiple reasons.
At least it wasn't Tyler Booker.
Shadur not going in the first round is kind of comedy, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Cleveland takes him at the top of 2, right?
Who? Jalen Milroe? Sure.
Oh,
Shadur.
They could.
if 3 quarterbacks go ahead of Sanders, that'd be wild.
That'd be funny. Also, the Browns trading Hunter away and then taking Sanders with their original second round pick at 33 would be pretty insane also because they could have hypothetically paired them.
Yeah.
Oil up Danny. Get ready for the roller coaster of Dylan Gabriel round 2.
Relax.
God.
That's sickening.
It's about as bad as when the Bucks took Kyle Trask in round 2.
Antoine Juice Wells in the second round. Could be a number 2 for you.
And then they're gonna, dude. They drafted Tyler Booker because they're gonna trade 76 for Brees Hall and run the piss out of the football.
No, they're gonna trade 44 for Brees Hall and give up a
I'd
fifth
cry.
on top of it.
I'd cry.
For what it's worth, I would trade 44 still for Brees Hall. I think he's that good.
I wouldn't. Absolutely not. On 1
Maybe
year,
not in a contract year. You kind of like should get a discount for that reason. But I would do 76 and wouldn't even think twice about it.
I would. I would need 76 for Brees Hall and 110.
Just imagine pairing Gabriel with Savion and Booker to block him.
Hey, Booker's a quality offensive lineman.
Watch Savion just be like a superstar at the next level.
He's Julio Jones reincarnated.
Lathering feet or chest is not what I was expecting on the stream talking points. True. Saints or someone could still trade up with KC to get a QB ahead of the Browns. Yeah, I think KC could definitely trade out for sure. They already traded down once.
For sure.
Yeah, my official guess is Eamon Warrior here. What does everyone else have?
It's going to be Will Johnson or Mike Green. I'm going to go with Johnson.
I already said Jihad.
Yeah. Campbell's still available too. Shit.
Yeah. The Bucks should be calling the phone lines to get him personally.
He's off the board right here.
It's giving checks Twitter.
Nope.
Yeah, they just get steals every year. It's
I hate my life. If he was available there, the Bucks should have been calling to get up. Cue the he can't keep getting away with this meme.
Defending Super Bowl champion adds Jihad Campbell. Defending 7-10 adds Tyler Booker. Defending 7-10. Oh my God. We drafted Tyler Booker, man.
Yeah, the Eagles just truly cannot keep getting away with this.
Dude, I'm going to guess Josh Simmons for the Chiefs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a good guess.
That makes a ton of sense.
I'm going to steal it, actually.
Nice.
I'm also going to take
I was the only one that got Jihad, right? So now I'm up 13, 12, 10.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, but they can.
Yeah, they can and they will is the problem.
I'm definitely making some like nachos or something when I get downstairs after this because I am
Crushed potato chips.
Is there a game on right now?
Yeah.
Should be, yeah.
I think
What game?
St. Louis, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Vegas, I'm pretty sure.
St. Louis, Winnipeg is interesting. Oh, they're getting
Wow,
railed.
the Knicks beat the Pistons too. Clippers beating the Nuggets right now. Grizzlies are beating the Thunder.
St. Louis, Winnipeg would be interesting if they weren't getting absolutely face fucked by the
3-0. Oh, Panthers beat the Lightning 2-0. Damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey, Corey, Jets
What's
getting
up? Yeah, the Jets are getting wrecked 3-0.
Wow.
And you guys are up 3-0 now on the Senators?
Yeah, dude, the Clippers assaulting the Nuggets wasn't on my bingo card either.
Well, I think you mean nothing in the game.
Yeah, I'm guessing Simmons, by the way.
Yeah, I think Simmons makes too much sense.
Marie had nachos. No, she's long asleep. She goes to bed very early. Like when she came in here and asked me if I was ordering food, there was like a 20% chance she'd be awake by the time I got here.
Yeah, was she sleepy, eh?
Yep.
She's a little sleepy.
Well, it's because she sleeps in a nightshirt.
Good point.
Eagles up, Cowboys down. How many years in a row? Lots.
Almost
Must suck to be the shittiest team in your division. Could not be me.
Relax.
My division opponents, one of them took an offensive tackle for the third straight year. The other one traded their first round pick and their second round pick for James Pierce.
Dude, don't compare us to the Giants.
And the Panthers made a nice pick. Giants still there. I can't believe that Campbell got to fucking 31, man. That's insane. Sanders officially out of the first. Hey, don't say that for sure.
Chiefs could take him.
Take him.
Milrow. Chiefs take Milrow.
So Sanders is going 33, right?
Or Milrow.
A quarterback's going 33. It could be Shuck.
So did the Browns take Burden with your other second round pick now?
No, they're gonna pick a running back. I think Judkins, baby. Let's get
That'd be
Judkins
fun.
in Cleveland.
Caleb Johnson.
I don't like that Jihad Campbell's like, yeah, let's win the Super Bowl again. It's like you guys might actually.
Yeah. Probably will, actually.
Oh, he's a beast, man. I'm sad he's not a Buck. You know who's a free agent though? Devin White.
I might quit fantasy football if Quinn Ewers goes before Shitters.
Hey, Bush.
What's up?
New Cowboys guard Tyler Booker, when asked about those who might question Dallas drafting him at 12, I would say turn on the tape, because 3 years at Alabama, I just straight up dominated. I was a dude over there.
Danny, by tomorrow afternoon, Danny's going to convince himself it was an excellent pick.
This peak.
I'm not going to convince myself a guard at 12 is going to be a good pick, no matter what I fucking copium myself into.
A week, it'll be Booker's so good.
You did take one at 4 though, Flat.
No, he's a tackle.
I don't know, man. He's got alligator arms.
I will say, if I have to hear one more draft analyst say that he could be an all-pro guard,
9.9 RAS at guard.
Every tackle that has not worked out because they had short arms. Remember Isaiah Wynn was going to be an all-pro caliber guard?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just bad at both.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Pretty obvious.
I mean, we all wanted Trevion there, but
did you guys also pick Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah, we tailed.
Fair enough.
Wouldn't bat an eye.
All right. So are we going to sign off?
Yeah, we should probably sign off right around the 4-hour mark. We will be live tomorrow, of course, and be tons of fantasy relevant players coming off the board for sure. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. We will have all the first round players updated in the dynasty rankings. I mean, mine are already up to date. But I'm probably going to add in like the other players. I'm probably going to throw in the other players and then just tinker with them as opposed to just adding.
I'm going to wait until I know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it is a good call to do that. I kind of like the process of adding them each in one by one too.
Yeah. Because it gives you more insight to where you actually want to put them, because you can actually think of all ranges of outcomes.
Did we get a full first round out of players? Just out of curiosity. We got 2 quarterbacks, 4 wide receivers, that's 6, 2 tight ends, that's 8, and 2 running backs, that's 10. So we only got 10. I was saying, do we get a full, could we do a first round mock if we really wanted? We didn't get a first round mock's worth of players.
No.
I heard none of Sanders' teammates went to his birthday party. That actually wouldn't shock me if that was a report.
Yeah, it was probably only Shiloh Sanders went to his birthday party.
And Hunter.
I don't even know if his brother went.
Traded Dak for Lawrence a few months back. Stocks in
depends what you're looking for.
Yeah. As much as I would like to say that Dak is a bum and piss Danny off, I still don't think they're that far off in value right now, even though Hunter just went to the Jags. I don't think that Lawrence is unbelievably a stud all of a sudden.
But with that being said, I feel like we should wrap up.
Yes, we shall wrap up. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Tomorrow, stay tuned, obviously. And I'm out of the screen now. We're going to throw
see you, Flat.
Yeah, we're going to throw Flat in the back seat. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We have 500 concurrents in here right now, which is 4 hours into the live stream. I don't know which platforms, whether Twitter, YouTube, whatever. But regardless, appreciate you guys for joining us. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Maybe we'll drop something tomorrow. Not sure. Maybe a winners and losers of round 1 kind of thing, potentially. Not sure. But we will have our rankings up to date. We will be breaking down dynasty trade value charts as soon as the draft is done. Those will be live on the site, and the draft guide will be live updated on the site as soon as day 3 is done as well. So definitely check out all that stuff if you guys are interested, and stay tuned for tomorrow. But with that being said, peace out. We'll talk to you soon.